pooped and really fast.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, I'm good.
I wish you wouldn't have done this.
Good at what I
though.
do. Had to stop by Scott's office because I knew I didn't have time, but sorry about that, buddy.
Mind if I crap in here? Cool.
Hey, man, cool if I crap in here?
Yeah, do you?
Hey,
Put it in the printer.
Scott, just so you guys know, Scott picks the songs that play before the anthem. And you've been doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
You do.
Appreciate that.
Like, so if you're listening to this on the radio, on terrestrial radio, yeah, you hear a song before the anthem, and Scott curates all that stuff. And Alan on the instant feedback, how do we find artists doing the intro songs? I think we got to start, because you find
them?
some, like, unique stuff.
You really
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
Like bluegrass versions of, like, really cool stuff.
Yeah, can you add that to the blog, like the top of the blog each day, like what you played with the link?
Or even push it out on socials. It's I bet. I mean, people ask all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you find some gems for sure.
You stay up all night scouring the internet.
I do. Yeah.
Well, it makes me double take.
Yeah.
Like, I just, put them in the system here, and I, going about my pre-show checklist. And I'm like, whoa, what is that?
Yeah, today's was...
George Michael's Faith?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
It was by Scary Pockets. They're a good little funk group.
And the Scary Pockets would never come into my orbit unless King Scott put them there.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll
start putting those
blasting these out.
Heck yeah.
I know Rafe and Lern went to the baseball game yesterday. Looked absolutely miserable.
We were at the 703 Club, so we were great. Dude, and they had to get that game in. I called U-Man on my way down to this, when he was driving down to the stadium. And I go, are they going to call this game? And he goes, no, Philly can't come back for a while. So they have
they're going to do their best to get it.
And they did, man. It did not stop doing this powdery rain crap the whole game. And they were out there putting the puke sawdust on the bases and whatnot. And the mud.
I left the office around 12:30 yesterday, and it was spitting out here in Creve Coeur, and I went, oof, it's got to be miserable down at Bush.
It wasn't. We were dry and
for you guys, yes.
I do wish they would have canceled that one though yesterday.
Why?
Well, because of the outcome of the game.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? And I don't pay attention to any of this stuff, obviously, but played a hell of a game yesterday.
No, it's a great
3-4,
awesome.
Whatever it was, final scores.
Yeah, so you were in that 703 Club,
right?
And that's where
Bowtie Bar.
The Cardinals gave you guys free tickets.
Yeah, John Mozeliak handed Rafe and I tickets.
Yeah, here, enjoy the club. Is it all you could eat?
Yeah.
Oh, so it is. It is
all
inclusive.
Walked in, the bartenders remembered me from the media luncheon the day before, so I felt like I made a good impression in there.
Good.
Nice.
Here's the lush.
Jerry loved it. He thought he was, he met me downtown.
You took your stepdad Jerry. It was his birthday.
It was his birthday, and thank you to everybody who came. The listeners and people we work with came up and like, "Happy birthday, Jerry!" He felt like a rock star, but yeah, he was like worried we were going to be down with no cover because I don't do anything right ever. He's like, "I wore 3 jackets." I said, "No, dude, we're inside." And he walked into the 703 club, and I go, like Willy Wonka, I go, "You can eat everything in here and drink everything you want.
Whatever you want, Jerry."
He was in heaven.
Happy birthday, Jerry.
Awesome.
Yeah. I definitely scored some daughter points yesterday.
Did you have a couple cocktails?
Oh, yes.
Of course.
I couldn't eat anything because everything had cheese on it in there because the month of veganhood. And so I just started drinking, and it was great.
That's my place. Mm-hmm. Everything's got cheese on it. That's all. I'm all about that.
That sounds good to me.
Everything's got cheese on it.
Now you're talking. The beer actually has cheese in it. You just didn't.
Yeah.
Now you're talking.
Tina was with Rafe, and she goes, "Hey, is that beer vegan?" I go, "Hell yeah, it is." I don't know.
I think most beer is vegan. Well, with the exception of Guinness.
Guinness is vegan now.
Now it is.
Oh.
But it used to be what? They used to filter it through
fish
bladders?
Yeah, fish stomachs or
fish stomachs, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Guinness was never vegan up until I don't know how long ago.
15 years.
I never drank Guinness. I'm not a stout girl.
Oh yeah, I like Guinness.
I used to love it.
When I was a bartender pouring Guinness.
Drinks like a meal.
When you had to pour a Guinness, you had to do it a certain way. Otherwise, the Guinness enthusiasts would crap all over you. And
that's right.
So I always had to nail it. You had to nail the head of a Guinness.
Oh yeah, you had the right amount of head.
It's a big deal. It's a problem.
Relax.
It is.
What do you mean relax?
Relax.
That's like no.
Like, you're going to chew
like
this
give me a
beer
steak.
anyway.
That's like I ordered a steak and you gave me the bone. You just brought the bone. Again, that's a big deal.
All right.
I'll fight for that one.
Okay, all right. As somebody who complains about, I made you a steak, you want to put A1 on it? Okay, I get it. I get it. What's a black and tan? That's Guinness and
lager. I think.
Anything lighter,
Yeah.
pretty much just a Pilsner.
A black and tan is just a stout and a lager, a stout and a pilsner, I thought.
Anything that'll float and separate is pretty much a
But
black
what was
and tan.
I thought there was a specific
There was an
beer.
Irish
Well, they want to
beer.
do Guinness and
Was it
Harp 'cause
Harp?
it's the same
Yeah,
company.
Harp.
Yeah.
That's,
Harp.
yeah.
It's the same. It's the same. Harp is Guinness's.
If you have it.
Well, that sounds good right now.
Well,
get
you're in
your
luck.
That's a breakfast.
Let's open up a lager
Bring 'em
and go
in.
down there.
Bring him in.
Bring them on in. Yeah, Guinness is like, that's thick.
Oh.
And how's that? Is that supposed to be served like room temperature?
Yes. It's
Yeah.
not supposed to be cold.
It's not that bad, and
I like
you can have it
Guinness.
cold because some of those things.
I like it cold.
Some of those individual taps, they'll talk about like how it's ice cold. It's got the blue logo on the bottom, but like
Like how you supposed to
it's
drink
tasty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you can enjoy that.
Listen, you can enjoy it however you want. How it's like whiskey.
Apparently, they make an NA version. People have been telling me about.
Yeah.
Really?
Like whiskey.
You sip
Of
warm.
what?
No, whiskey
Guinness.
is. There's a documentary called Neat, and I think it's on Netflix or one of those things. It's about the whiskey industry.
Oh.
And the one takeaway was, okay, so are you supposed to drink whiskey, neat, one ice cube, two ice cubes, how are you supposed to drink whiskey? And the guy goes, however you want to drink it.
Right.
That's how you drink it. However you like it. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, they make a zero. Guinness Draft
No
Zero.
way. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I want no part of that.
Yeah, I'll take your alcohol. Bring it over here. Oh, actually, today is National Alcohol Screening Day. So there we go.
Okay.
Hey, did you guys stay for the whole game?
I did. Yeah.
Awesome.
Rafe and Tina did as well.
Oh, you stayed all 9, huh?
Yeah. It's Jerry's birthday. He was calling the shots.
Yeah,
yesterday.
Jerry's calling the shots.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That rain didn't stop though. My stepdaughter was playing soccer last night in the rain. It was miserable.
It was miserable.
She came home and she was like, "Dude, that was the dumbest. That was the worst. It was cold rain. It wasn't. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's not enjoyable.
Yeah, if it's pouring down and it's like a tournament or something, and it's muddy and you're flying all over the place. That can kind of be fun. I remember one of my
Yeah.
favorite games of all time was like it was just a movie downpour
but
nastiness.
As a player, but as a parent, you go, this.
Well, she even as a player was like, it's
Oh, really?
stupid. It was the worst. She's like, I'm standing there. It was miserable. It's cold. What are we doing?
Well, I parked at Ballpark Village at Live by Lowe's and parked in the garage there. And I called Jerry because I was like, hey, I'll pick you up in Columbia and bring you in because I wanted him to just have a good time
Sure,
and
yeah.
drink whatever he wanted. He goes, no, I'll meet you down there. The dude parked. So Busch Stadium is 8th and Clark, okay? He goes, yeah, I parked by the old house. And I'm like, oh, my God, because we used to live on 11th Street in a townhouse downtown. And I go, he can't be talking about the old house. And my stepdad, who is 73, parked at the street that is north above Washington Avenue and 11th. He parked so
how
far
away
away.
is that? It's not. He's not an invalid.
No, but like, it's
Oh, my parents have their spot, and it's miles away from the stadium.
he parked for free. He was like, I didn't have any cash. And he said, I didn't know how to do the apps. And I go, oh my God,
yeah.
Jerry.
That's the same as my parents.
like it.
Like they had their spot. We would always park at this one spot and then walk, for 20 minutes, and then here we are. There's Busch Stadium. I mean, it only took a while to get it in the view.
It's not the middle of the night.
No, I know, but he's a 73-year-old man. And I worry about it. So I would go, I don't like parking garages. So I go, will you walk me back to my car and I'll drive you to yours? He goes, yeah. And so I'm taking him back to the car and he's navigating me through the city's streets. And I'm going, where the hell did you park? And then whenever he finally got to where he was, I was like, oh my God. Like I became the parent in that moment. I was like, oh my God, you walked so far. Like
Yeah.
you could have been killed.
Oh, you were the responsible one.
Yes.
Oh man, when I took my mom to one of those boxes that the Cardinals gave us tickets to, we did the $40 parking or whatever, and I was like, Ma, I know this is going against your religion and everything,
But we're
but
gonna pay for parking.
but we got free tickets.
Yeah.
We got free tickets,
Yeah,
so
you're
like,
paying for the convenience.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
kind of nice, right? And she's like,
fine.
yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Where'd you and Tina park?
Caddy corner from the stadium in
Broadway?
the parking garage on 9th, where you can come out on 6th.
You
and
didn't do the Carmine's deal? Get some toasted ravioli?
No, we were running late. So I had to pay for parking
Ow.
because I didn't want to.
Well, think of it
I
as
went home and she was
That's
still
not bad.
asleep.
free tickets.
Free tickets,
You're
it
paying for it.
evens out, yeah.
Yeah, it evens out.
And
That's fine.
I also wanted to get, and then when we got in the garage, I'm like, well, we're leaving early. There's no way I'm getting stuck in this garage.
Right.
But luckily, didn't have to leave early because there was no one at the game. I was like, oh, we'll get out of the garage fine because there's 35 people at this Cardinals game.
Ooh, really?
I know during the luncheon, Moseliak and DeWitt were both like, let's put last year behind us. Let's forget last year even happened. Well, St. Louis has not forgotten because normally Cards fans would come out for that and day game and sit in the drizzle, and they ain't having it, dude. So I hope they start playing better because I think I think the Cardinals nation is. They're definitely not forgetting about last year.
I was telling Moon this in the kitchen before the show, and this was the headline on Wednesday after Tuesday's game. St. Louis Cardinals attract smallest night crowd at current Busch Stadium.
Dang.
That's wild. And that was for one of the most exciting teams we've had in
Sonny Gray's
ages.
first start.
This should be sold out.
Attendance for Tuesday's St. Louis Cardinals game at Busch Stadium represented a record low for a night game at the venue since it opened in 06. The Cardinals reported attendance of 31,972 fans. That seems like a lot.
Which is still spectacular for for the league.
Yeah, for the league, that's insane.
But that's not Cardinal.
No,
that's not.
Especially with the night with Sonny Gray starting, that should have been sold out.
Best fans in baseball, man. We'll make you pay for it if you do terribly.
The Cardinals reported attendance of 31,972 fans for the game against the Philadelphia Phillies. Only 3 games have had lower reported attendance since the Cardinals began playing at the current Busch in 06. That does not include games in 2020 and 2021 because of the pandemic games.
Right.
Well, the rain sucked. People didn't want to sit out in that, so everybody was huddled up underneath the over.
Well, this was Tuesday. Tuesday was good weather.
Oh,
yeah, good weather, Sonny Gray. 31,000. That's. Like I told you, I've seen a couple ball games, professional baseball, Major League Baseball games, where there were more people at my concert that night than there. And that was just.
Where was it, in Colorado?
Colorado, man. We Scott was with me. We walked in and we just couldn't believe it. And these guys looked at our tickets and they're like, "Hey, why don't you just come down here, man?" And they asked, the ushers were like, "Please don't sit up there. You make us look worse. Come down here." So we had these incredible seats for like $20 scalper ticket type things, and dude. We were waiting. We're Cardinals fans, so we're waiting for the 7th inning. Like, tell us the attendance because we had to know, and they don't do that. They don't do that.
No. That night they don't tell you.
Yeah. So we had to go ask. We had to go ask, like, "Hey, what do you think the attendance is?" And the guy laughed. He's like, "I don't know, man. It's probably about 3,200." We're like 3,200 people. It didn't even look like that.
3,200, and that's a huge stadium.
It was,
and they were playing the Diamondbacks, which were stocked that year. That was one of the. Didn't they win the World Series that year?
We were seeing some incredible players.
Yeah, it was a great. Both teams had great players. It was wild.
We thought it was going to be packed. Like we were looking around because they have like the bars, that kind of surround the stadium.
Yeah.
And I think we were hanging at one of those right before, and there were some people there. We were like, "Man, this must be like a bar people hate or something." Like this doesn't seem. Yeah, well, whatever. Nobody there. So as Cardinals fans, we're spoiled. 31,000, we're like, lowest.
Right.
Since whatever. But, dude, Colorado or some of these stadiums, they would love that. San Diego, what is it, Petco Park? Mm-hmm. I don't know what their attendance is, but the last couple times I've been there, it seems like a bar hop type of place. Like people go to the game for 3 innings and then they go to the next bar.
Somewhere else. Well, listen, when you have garbage teams, that's what happens.
Yeah, it's just a style.
People stop caring.
Start being real.
Real
the
ball.
real world?
Real world, yeah.
The real world.
The real ball.
All right. Yeah, you were saying you were upset at Jerry for having to walk so far.
Yeah.
Jerry looks like he's got a pistol in his boot, though.
Yeah, I think
he's good. On
Jerry
the
can handle
streets of St.
himself.
Louis.
Yeah, he's lived all over the world and stuff, and used to live in New York, and he's not afraid of walking downtown. He's definitely not one of these like dad types that are like,
he just turned 73.
Yeah.
You're going to be 40
next year.
You
know what's a cool thing? I'm 39, which was the age that my mom was when she had my sister, and my sister turns 26 this year, which is the age my mom was when she had me. So it's kind of a cool eclipse year for my sister and I. I don't know.
Well, you know who loves reminding us about how old we are? Gen Z. Gen Z loves reminding the rest of us how old we are. So somebody asked people to name random signs. You're officially, quote unquote, old now.
Let's hear this.
Well, my stepson, who's 10, he's in Star Wars right now because we went to Disney and he was at Galaxy's Edge, so he's watching all the episodes. And you know what he said to me at dinner yesterday? Because I haven't shaved, so I got this beard I got a week-long beard, and the middle is silver. Mm-hmm. And he goes, "Oh man, when are you gonna shave?" And I said, "I don't know, man. at some point soon. Why? And he goes, because you look like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Not an insult at all.
And I was like,
You say
What a
Obi-Wan
wise
Kenobi?
And
Jedi Master, thank you.
what made me sad was he's only watched 4, 5, and 6 right now. So he's talking about
Alex Guinness.
Not Ewan McGregor.
Wow.
Yeah, he's not talking
Not
about
you,
episode
McGregor.
1,
He's
2, and
talking
3.
about Alec Guinness.
Hey, have you ever shaved your mustache into a handlebar?
Yeah, I had the curls.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh,
I'm
you're talking about down here?
Like
Oh,
when you
yeah.
kill
Hogan?
mustard.
Oh, heck
Will you
yeah.
please do that one day? I love a handlebar mustache on
Give me a
people.
razor. I'll do it right now.
Okay. Do we have razors in the office?
Oh, yeah.
We do?
I'll go do it right now.
I got sharp teeth.
Yeah, let Scott shave your
You're
face.
talking like through the center here.
Yeah.
Take this out and take the
and take
chops
that
off.
out and just Motorcycle City USA.
Yeah,
this for a
the
day.
Hulk
That'd be
Hogan.
cool
The
as
Hulk
hell.
Hogan?
The Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've done that before. I mean, yeah. Listen, when you chia pet, when you got the Kurt Warner syndrome going on, you know, where like I can't shave and not have the shadow.
And then you do we'll bring it down to the Hitler.
No, I'm not going to do that.
No,
the
we
toothbrush.
don't need to do that. We stop at the Hogan.
You're no fun.
I'm not going to do
This
that.
guy.
I'm no fun.
We're going to go through the H's. Hitler,
Handlebar.
No thanks.
handlebar Hogan.
Hitler.
Handlebar
when
Hogan.
Hogan, handlebar Hitler.
When you grow it this fast, you do end up just playing around and having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, the chaplain. Will you do the chaplain for us?
Yeah. Harry Chapin. Or no, that's Charlie.
Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin. You're thinking Harry Chapin.
Harry Chapin.
No, I'm saying like
Charlie Chaplin Carpenter.
Yeah, I did the tractor pull. I did it. You keep the chops. You do the handlebar,
yeah.
but you keep the chops. So you connect it like this and only get rid of that,
That's a
which
good
is
look.
what it looks like now because I'm bald eagle in here. I got this. I got the silver in the center. So
Yeah.
from a distance, it doesn't look like I'm growing out
Your
right
hairy
here.
face is telling you who you want to be.
It's,
You know?
it's killing me. It's taking my whole beard look away. It's the worst.
So random signs that you're officially old. You know, for example, like last year, I found out that nobody dances with their hands in the air anymore.
I did too. Upsetting.
What's that mean?
Can't
Like
be.
you put your hands in the air while you dance. Like,
John
come on,
Claude
like-
Van Damme.
Wait, no one
you can't
cares
do it.
anymore?
You can't hold your phone and
Hands
take
up?
a video of yourself doing that.
What are you supposed to do? Tuck them behind your back like
Right.
a defender in the
You
box?
You
Keep
can't
'em
touch
low.
anybody anymore.
Keep 'em
So
low.
it's like you can't touch anyone and
You
you
gotta keep
can't
them
put them
low,
up.
dude. You can't do this.
Just put them in your pockets and Charlie Brown this.
Gotta keep
you know?
them low.
Man, it looks sweet.
Who eats Tums like candy?
I just ate a Tums before the show.
There we go. You're
I
old.
don't think I've ever had one. Are they good?
No,
Would you like
no,
one? They're
it's
good.
just like it's like eating chalk.
Yeah, they look like
Yeah,
chalk.
but
they do their job.
They do their job.
it tastes like
That's the
downtown St.
reflux,
Louis.
dude.
Huh.
Can't help it.
Can you try one? I'm not going to overdose, am I? Can I try?
Ooh.
I think you'll be okay, man.
me-
No, it does
Tums,
make
let's
your
see it.
it does make your mouth pasty.
Oh, okay.
They're good,
This
though.
broadcast brought to you by Tums.
Yeah, I don't
Here.
want to try this. Yeah, see, look how attractive they've made.
Yeah.
They've made this look. The logo's got strawberries on it, assorted berries, even the flavor.
My favorites
don't
are the
ta-
pink
they don't
ones.
taste
Pick you a berry
Well,
out of
do you-
there. Let me tell us what you think. I want that
Do
berry
you
patch.
have
They smell like Flintstones vitamins.
Chalk
These
berries.
are great.
They don't taste like Flintstone vitamins, though, so don't get
do
your
you
hopes
have
up.
are you having stomach issues?
No, I'm just curious because you said that everybody's kind of into this Tums thing. You guys all react.
I mean,
like
I'm
you've
not
had
into
these
I'm not
things for-
into them.
I'm
I've
into
had
'em.
Tums before.
I mean, we go to meetings and stuff with each other and hang
I think
out.
I got raspberry. Let's say this is raspberry.
All right.
This
Here
your
we
first
go.
ever Tums?
Oh hey,
Chew.
it's kind of tastes like a sweetheart and a spree.
Yeah, but
No,
then what? But
it
once
doesn't.
once you
Bite into it.
get through it, it's like it's like a weird pasty.
Man, this is candy.
Yeah, it's not bad.
What are you crazy? This
Have
is
you haven't had these. You've not had the assorted berry.
yo. That was
I'm
freaking
thinking
great.
old school tea. You know what I'm talking about? And the little roll packet,
Oh,
like
yeah.
almost like a lifesaver.
Your dad's Tums. This isn't your dad's Tums.
That
Guys,
was
this is
candy.
assorted berries.
That was Smarties
Well, I
like
haven't
they're
had those,
supposed to be.
God, you guys are old. Jesus Christ.
Exciting.
That's not what
Holy
they call
moly.
me.
Hey,
What?
Carbs are
Worthy?
great because you're not only are you addicted, you're making an argument for their tastiness. That's another level of old.
I'm trying to be honest, man. That was
That's
my first
Lern.
one. It was good.
I'm the youngest one on the show, and I'm old lady. I got Tums on me at all times. You need a Pepto, I got that. Whatever.
You're old if you still print your boarding pass, just in case.
I don't do that.
I do that.
Really? Leave nothing to chance.
Leave nothing to chance.
United really screwed me yesterday. Or was it Delta? I don't remember who it was, but their app was down. They won't let me check in. So now I'm going to be in session boarding 11.
Ugh.
I'll never get on the plane.
Delta?
I don't remember. I think it was Delta. Whoever.
Well, Delta's assigned seats.
I know, man, but you still got to sign in. Like you check in. Within 24 hours you can check in,
Yeah.
and that's how you get those early boarding groups.
Why do you want to get on the plane early?
Because I don't want to stand there and have everybody else take all
That's
the.
more playing
Remember,
time.
I got I don't check anything except for my guitar. So I have my pedal board thing on one shoulder, and my backpack it has all my clothes and my suit in it and all that. So like, I kind of need some space in there.
Just say you're a military vet.
No, I'm not going to do that, man.
Say you're me.
I'm Rafe Williams.
You can borrow it. It's fine.
No,
Just
no,
still stolen valor.
no borrowed
we'll get you on
stolen.
board quick.
No.
No, I still do print my boarding pass just in case, even though I have it on my phone. Like,
You're an airport dad.
what if something happens with the battery? I don't know.
Yep.
They can look it up, you know.
Anybody snap their fingers when trying to remember something?
Yep.
Yep, do that. You can't stand or sit without making some sort of noise. Yep. I've been starting to use my speakerphone for a lot of my calls at home now.
Oh God.
You know what? I've been doing the same because I think I'm kind of. I'll admit I'm kind of freaked out.
About the head thing? Yeah, keeping it close to the head?
Yeah, but just having
that's
a big electrified heater next to my brain, I'm a little freaked out.
Yeah.
You're not.
No.
You're not.
We have all. I have headphones on right now. I got phone
These
in my
are wired,
face.
though.
AirPods.
Yeah, but this doesn't like
so
power
good
the
at
universe like a
technology.
smartphone does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Powers my universe.
I've been just using the speakerphone more at home. I don't know. I've yet to be out in the world doing it.
Well, I wouldn't do it in the world, but like, are you doing it because you're a little freaked out about holding the thing up?
No.
You can't hear it very well when it's up to your ear. You gotta.
Just that's a thing. Use my hand.
All right.
Like I gotta pick my hand up. I gotta hold
Your
something.
elbow's sore. Yeah. All right.
Like we've come a long way in the iPhone speakerphone technology wise, and it's pretty good. I mean, you can't tell if somebody's on a speakerphone.
Oh, everybody else can tell.
You can? No.
Everybody else in your house listening to your
Oh, they
conversation.
can. I don't care about them.
How often do you FaceTime?
0 times.
You never FaceTime.
Oh, I love a FaceTime.
Rarely.
And I love that now you can leave a FaceTime voicemail.
What?
That's pretty dope.
I did it to my friend Danielle. I called her the other day and she didn't pick up. And so it was like, I was FaceTiming her and they said, do you want to leave a video message? And I said, yes, I do. And then you get to leave a little voicemail.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
FaceTime
it's
my
pretty dope.
mom. I'll FaceTime my brother just to see, my niece and nephew. That's about it. You called me FaceTime maybe a couple months ago.
I did.
Out of the blue.
That's
I'm like,
nice.
I pick up the phone. I go, what are you doing?
And what was it?
It was actually something we were going over for his show live. Like, it was actually like a reason for it.
Oh,
You needed to
okay.
see something.
But I think I picked up, I'm like, what are you doing?
It was an impromptu meeting. Hey, I need a meeting. Let's go.
But it was a FaceTime without any warning.
Oh, you need a warning. Hey, can we FT? Is that what the text you want? Hey, can we FT? Can
Yeah.
we FaceTime?
I do.
Okay, good to know.
Somebody who I'm not even very close with tried that, and I didn't pick up.
Yeah, that's a bold move.
It's happened a few times to me
I'm
recently.
not FaceTiming with somebody I barely know.
Right.
It's happened to me a few times recently. These are people that I know well, but it was always a surprise. I'm like, why is this guy FaceTiming me? And you pick up, and it does kind of. You kind of feel like,
I gotta.
do I look reasonable?
Well,
I mean,
what's in my
yeah.
background? What's going on here? Are they going to see all the dildos I have in my house? I don't know.
Did you
I
say
gotta hide
dildos?
this. What?
He's a dildos.
Dildos?
Have a dildonic day.
I will say though, but at the end of it, I was like, that was awesome. That was kind of pleasant. Something happened there that would not have happened on a phone call or on
Nah,
text.
we're fine with that.
No, it was much better.
Do you guys judge parents if their kid isn't wearing a jacket?
Time out. You're a kid of the 80s. Back to the Future 2. Flea, the boss, calls him. What was his name? Needles?
Yeah.
Calls him on a FaceTime thing.
Yeah, no, it was
I mean,
cool.
we were dreaming of the
Yeah, but we're
opportunity
here,
to
and it's
have
not-
this,
it's not
and
as
you're all
cool as I thought it
bitching
would be.
about it.
I was in college dating a guy long distance and wanted nothing more than a FaceTime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't very long ago.
Come on, man.
It's
You
incredible.
might pick up the phone one day
No,
and Flea is on the other end.
No, I get it. Back then, when we didn't have the technology, it looked cool. But now we're here,
And we're annoyed.
It's a little intrusive.
Spoiled.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I thought it would be.
Yes, it is. It's better. It's exactly what you thought it would be. You just don't want to.
No, we are there, yes. But again, at the time, as a kid, you're like, "Whoa, man, that's cool." But now we're here, and it's annoying.
Whatever, man.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy.
Ray feels me.
I feel you, bro.
I'm in the same ballgame.
I mean, when I saw, think about like when you watch Star Trek, and then they were like, Picard to bridge, Kirk to bridge. You're like, oh, man, imagine having like a communicator on your wrist. And now I see people with Apple Watches, no offense to those in the room that have them, and I'm like, lame. I don't want, it's not as cool as it looked in the movies. Do you know what I mean?
Or Dick Tracy had the
Yeah. Spectre
Had the-
Gadget.
the watch.
Get smart. All the spyware, James Bond. You're like, oh, imagine when we all have that, and then you get it, and then when everyone has it, it's not as cool.
Yeah, in fact, I even took off my Apple Watch.
We find a way to dork it up.
Yeah, I could talk into my wrist. Cool. I was doing that for a little while. Then I go,
over it.
It's lost its shine. I'm
FaceTime has a time and place. There's good FaceTimes. You got to be
if you
like,
want to see your niece and nephew.
Yeah, you got to settle. But most FaceTimes are just somebody like an upshot of someone's face while they're walking around their house, or you got to hold your phone out. Now I have two jobs. Now I'm on speakerphone, but I also have to hold my phone up.
Now you're a cameraman?
Yeah, to like and face the light. And now I'm like talking and my arm's getting tired, and I'm like, you got to be prepped. You can't just FaceTime out of the blue.
Well, and you're also, when you're doing a FaceTime call, you're also concentrating on the angles and not concentrating on the conversation.
Are there people that you're comfortable, like 100% comfortable FaceTiming no matter where you are? Because for me, it's my sister and my best friend. Whereas, like, if she FaceTimes me and I'm on the toilet, I'm picking up.
Oh, no way.
You know? Or if I'm like, I can't tell you how many times I've talked to my sister and we're both getting ready. Like, she's like, look at my outfit. Like, she wants like an outfit critique. And then I'm like, put my makeup on, so I'm like in my bathwear, you know? And we're just talking on the phone.
You know, come to think of it, I'm so happy my wife's on the same page, because, like, she was away in Louisville last weekend. We wouldn't even think about FaceTiming each other. It wasn't even a thought.
That's unfortunate.
But
Don't
what
you
if
want to
she-
see her beautiful face?
What if she had something? What if she found something and she's like, "Hey, check this out. What do you think about this for the house?" or something like that? I mean, like, nothing.
You know, chances are she would probably just take a picture of it and send it to me. Like, FaceTiming is not even a thought.
Well, the schedules have to. I mean, the timing has to line up right. So, I mean, yeah, there's some circumstances that have to line up right. But I will say that voicemail, or not voicemail,
Like
video mail,
message,
whatever it's called.
yeah.
That was a big deal. It was a guitar player that I don't get to see very often. He's on tour all the time. He's in San Diego, and he FaceTimed me, and I was like, "Oh, this is weird." And I was with the kids. I didn't have time, and it said you have a video message. And he said he was thinking about me and like gave me this little message. And I'll tell you what, man, it actually made me feel like, hey, we're
Hell
closer.
yeah.
That was a really nice gesture. You with the thank you notes yesterday and all this. This was
Could've
like
been a text.
that kind of feeling.
We could have done that with a text.
I don't know. It did something more.
All right, back to the signs. You're an old person now. So, do you judge parents if their kids aren't wearing a jacket? Like, it's April, the kid really should have a jacket on. I do.
If it's too
If
cold.
it's April,
I'm just giving an example.
I make fun of kids then.
I would say your parents let you out of the house with shorts on, and it's February.
We have a jacket rule that was my childhood jacket rule, and it's 60 degrees. If it's 60 degrees or over, do what you want. If it's under, you
My
have to
kids
have
just wear
sleeves.
sweatshirts.
Wow.
You don't like that, Scott?
I mean, 50 is pretty warm. I do just fine in 50. I don't need
We have so much
jackets
hair.
or anything.
50
that?
degrees.
You have a cloak of
I
hair
don't
on
know.
your outfit.
My kids are like, we have no room in our lockers. Okay.
All right.
Who watches the local news every night?
Not me.
I do. Every night.
What time?
I want to.
Usually the 5 o'clock.
Okay.
5 o'clock, 5:30, 6, 6:30.
We're,
There's a big window.
we were down at my mom's house a couple weeks ago, and she had on the nightly news, and then the late night shows came on, and there was something magical about that I haven't had since, you felt like you were a kid again.
And could
It
stay
just
up
felt
late.
so warm.
Like, so
And incredible.
after prime time, then the late local news
Yeah.
came on.
And then
Or,
the late
or
nights.
yeah, so the prime time programming ended, and then you got the 9 o'clock news.
Yeah.
You
and
watch
then
that?
the late night shows, and it just felt so good.
I
But
don't
I've
know.
not done
I
it
watch
since
the
then,
local
so.
news every night. I like to know what's going on in my neck of the woods. Usually I'm a Channel 2 guy.
Tim watches the news and then reiterates what's happening to me. And he's like the neighborhood watch, though. He wants to know what's going on the news, on the street.
He's got his eyes and ears open. Good.
Yeah.
He's an ear to the
At
ground
least
guy.
somebody in your house knows what's going on.
True. I'm up in the sky, flying around.
You watch the local news at all?
No. No. I'm a
Tina
young
doesn't.
45, bruh. No, she does not.
Tina's got her ear to the ground as well.
No, she does not. No, we don't watch. I'm more likely to watch like BBC or something like that if I'm going to watch the news.
Oh,
than
cool. See
local.
what's going on in England. Awesome.
Jolly good.
They're ahead of us.
The Queen's Guard still have the big hats on?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Let's
Still,
go.
they can take them off and dust things with
Parliament's getting into some heated
Yeah,
arguments, bud.
hey, good. I want to know what's going
We'll
on.
start
in
doing a
front neck.
Wednesday Parliament update on this show.
Jeez.
St. Louis would love that. Parliament Corner.
Has anybody recently stood outside a store in the morning waiting for it to open?
Ooh. Restaurants, yes. Stores, no.
I did that at the Pure Hockey store. It was. I didn't realize they opened at like 10 o'clock, and I was
Yeah.
there at like 9:30. I was like, damn it.
When you
You're like,
find
where's
out,
all the young kids?
I
No
thought
one's
you,
here. It's
I
just
thought you
me.
found out that there was a deal on skates or something. Because man, that stuff is so expensive.
No, I was like, damn it. So I sat outside the store waiting for them to open up.
That's awkward. Why'd you do that?
Where else am I going to go?
Like on a bench? Sit in your car like a normal person.
No, it was a nice Saturday.
Oh, God. They're probably so annoyed. Look at this guy waiting in the minute it hits. Oh, it's 10 o'clock.
and
Open that damn door.
You wait for the employee to walk up
Right.
and unlock the door and open it
So
up for you. All right,
awkward.
first one here.
Oh,
yeah, you're
God.
First, I yelled first.
I've done that a time or two in a drive-through.
You yelled first. You gave thumbs up through the door.
Yeah,
First.
I've done that.
You're
Start
like the
doing that.
emoji. I'm thumbs upping you.
You ever sat in a drive-through waiting for it to open?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I've been in Lion's Choice drive-through going, come on, man,
Come
it's 10:28.
on.
How about it? I'm sure the fries are ready.
When was the last time you started a conversation with a stranger in public?
Every day of my life.
Yeah.
Every day. I was in an elevator yesterday with some people.
Did you ask him how the elevator business was going?
No, I didn't. But this guy thought he was cool, and he was like, "Oh, who's touching my butt?" Like, because we're all
What?
smashed into this
What
elevator.
kind of elevator? Was that
It was
the
at
stadium?
Yeah, at the stadium. And that's not me. He had like all these like touching butts jokes. And then I looked at this woman next to me, stranger, and I go, as long as he's only touching the dudes. Because there were so many dudes like getting off on this conversation this guy was having about touching his own butt. And, oh, that's me touching your butt. This guy was
What?
a total weirdo.
What?
A cheeky fella.
Yeah.
What the hell kind of elevator were you in?
I was like, Jerry, stand in front of me. You can't deal with
Elevator
touch
with
his
a
butt.
group of guys and being subjected to the funny guy in the group.
Uh-huh.
All probably wearing Cardinals visors with the fake hair on top.
Oh, yeah, Guy Fieri was everywhere.
No, I'm not a start a conversation with strangers in public guy. Normally.
That's unfortunate because I think you'd have some good ones.
I do a lot
too
of times
fun,
when I'm out of town. I feel much more comfortable when I'm out of town.
Yeah, look at that.
You know exactly where your heating pad is?
At all times. You guys have heating pads for anything? I mean, I have one
No.
once a month. You guys don't need one at all.
No, but you know what I do have now is a weighted blanket, and I used it yesterday
you
for
really?
my nap. Yo,
How much? 30 pounds? 15 pounds?
it's heavy, boy. It's got to be at least 20 pounds. My wife bought it for me recently, and I kept forgetting about it. And she's like, dude, it's sitting in the corner. You got to, you know, because a lot of times I'll take pillows and I'll like hug them or
Yeah.
put them on me. I like the pressure for some reason. And she's like, you should just get a weighted blanket. So she got it for me. Dude, first of all, it feels like you're in jail. I mean, it feels like you've been buried.
Yeah,
Like
you
you've
know
been
what,
buried
though?
alive.
Those weighted blankets, it goes back to our early days.
In the womb.
Being swaddled.
No, as like we were out in the wild and probably putting something heavy over us.
Whatever it was, I got solid.
Maybe like big fur, like a big fur pelt.
Well, so,
We were sleeping in caves.
I had a 90.
Like a big fur pelt,
so I guess the grizzly I gutted counts then?
Yes.
As a weighted blanket? Okay.
I got about a 90-minute nap, and I didn't move, though, because I couldn't. I couldn't move.
My
I was just
therapist
trapped.
suggested I get one.
It's kind of cool.
He was like, get the weighted blanket, go under, and let the pressure just be on you. And then he was like, imagine you're on a river and all your problems are on the bank.
No, it was just funny. I was actually listening to a
Whoa.
podcast yesterday, and somebody had mentioned a weighted blanket, and they said it takes us back to our, primal days.
Oh, no kidding.
Instinct when we'd kill like a woolly mammoth and get its pelt, and when we sleep, keep it on top of us.
It felt like an elephant on me.
Shout out to all the pelts.
It was always framed to me like it was a childhood thing, like being swaddled.
Yeah, they brought that up too. But I want to go with the
Yeah,
woolly
something a little
mammoth
more
pelt.
manly,
Yeah,
something that makes
that's
you
right.
feel
Yeah.
The manly pelts.
a little more masculine.
Not like my mommy's holding me.
Mommy, wrap me up. Mommy,
Mommy's holding me.
Oh, this is we killed a saber-toothed tiger.
With our hands.
And now I have this velvet pelt on me.
Does anybody leave the plastic on things to keep them, quote, new?
Like what?
Like a TV screen when you get it.
Oh.
Instead of peeling it off.
Yeah.
I think I peeled the plastic off. I didn't know it was up there, and then I was like, man, this picture sucks on this TV. Like 2 years into owning it, and then I was like fiddling with the corner, and I was like, and I was like, it's had a film on it the entire time I've owned it.
No, I don't do that. Have you recently said, how do you work this dang thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever told the server, please give my compliments to the chef? Done that.
You ever gone down on a girl and said, how do you work this dang thing? That's pretty fun. That's a good conversation starter. Well, try it sometime.
No.
I bet your wife will laugh.
You ever cut your juice with water because everything's too sweet these days?
No, but I learned that from John Hewlett. He cuts his juice with water
I do it to save money.
not make it as sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I do that.
You ever drive by a nice house and say, that's a nice house?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do that all the time.
Judgment zone all the time with houses and me.
I do that all the time. These are all signs, you've reached a certain age.
Well, even more so, maybe you're not even looking at the house because I'm just looking at the lawn. Wow, look at that grass.
Oh, God, the
I
lawn.
haven't reached
That
that
family's
phase.
lawn
Every
is
freaking
freaking
walk,
beautiful, dude.
Tim and I go, oh, look at the lawn. Look at how do they get the grass like that?
They don't
Well,
have
now,
two dogs.
It's everything's so green now.
Yeah, not my
Like
yard.
we're in that season where everything's nice and lush and green.
Maybe at your house. You got nice lawn?
Yeah.
Now, if you had some patches, would you get all self-conscious about it, lawn conscious?
Dude, I'm so lawn conscious. I don't want anybody coming to my house.
Really?
My lawn is so.
You and Tim are the
jacked.
same.
It sucks so bad. It's so messed. I don't know what to do. I don't have time to do it. I don't have the knowledge as to how to fix it. But it's kind of like a low spot. So remember that huge storm that happened? I had sitting water, and I'm like, this is why I can't get grass here.
Tim is always in his spike sandals, and he's got his grass seed little thing that throws it out on the
Yeah.
grass.
The seed thrower.
He's just doing the high step in those spikes
clomp it down.
every Saturday
I love
morning. I'm like, can you stop?
Well, it's good.
That's awesome.
Keeps them off the streets.
And how does
I guess.
how does it look?
Looks like crap. Hasn't done anything.
Yeah, but it's gonna look nice once
see.
everything grows in.
We'll see.
Don't make fun of the guy.
I need a professional.
He's my husband. I got to make fun of him.
I need a professional.
The guy just wants a nice lawn.
And my lawn guy does it.
Just sit inside with your heating pad.
I will.
The
I'll
guy,
hire somebody, I think, before I get spiked sandals and stomp around in the yard.
And why
That's
the
on a
high
personal
step?
note.
You know?
the guy that
Respect.
cuts my grass does a great job. The back, the cuts are great, but the front, the way that the yard slopes and just holds water is just killing it. And I don't know what to do. And it is definitely something in my head when people come over.
Well,
I'm
I
bummed.
got 2 female dogs.
I'm embarrassed.
And, female dogs, you'll have spots on the lawn because, they concentrate their pee. And not like dudes. Like dude dogs lift their legs and peeing everywhere.
On the fence or whatever, yeah.
The girl dogs, they, squat down and they, pee in concentrated spots. And, there are little spots around the lawn. It's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But today is National Pet Day, guys.
Oh.
Today's National Pet Day, so we should celebrate our pets. 2/3 of us have at least one pet at home, according to most recent stats. Dogs and cats are obviously the most common, followed by fish, birds, rodents, reptiles, and horses. 97% of us think their pets are part of the family. And yes, we're in there. Mm-hmm. But we definitely get a little more creative naming them than we do with our actual kids. So Nationwide Pet Insurance has an annual contest to find the wackiest pet names in America. Last year's winners included a dog named Doc Pauliday, a cat named Spicy Beef Burrito.
That's cute.
So they just announced the finalists for 2024. Voting closes tomorrow. The top names in the running this year this is the wackiest pet name in America. In the dog category, Boots with the Fur, Chug Chug Pickles, Lowell Richard Simmons Sweating to the Oldies,
I love
Tight.
that.
Lord Waddles, Lulu the Conqueror,
Lord Waddles.
Mr. Pizza Puff, Molly from Corporate.
That's awesome.
I like that one a lot.
Molly, is that a cat or a dog or what is that?
These are all dog names.
Okay.
Molly from Corporate.
Because she's a bitch.
That one's so good.
What if Molly from Corporate was somebody that woman or person hated and was like, you know what? I'm naming this bitch Molly from Corporate.
A dog they just call The News, and this is all one name. One Love Tiny Dancer Princess Margaret Rose Windsor.
Cute.
Wow.
Very.
The cat nominees are Balsamic Vin, Car Alarm, Itty Bitty Kitty Committee,
Oh, that's cute.
Meownase, Necronomicat, Skull Crusher,
Cute.
Steph Curry,
Love it.
Tony Scarface Baloney, and Samsung Family Hub Refrigerator.
Wow.
So the dog owners seem to have a little more creativity.
Yeah, right. Car alarm gets it.
They also have a catch-all division for other animals. Nominees include a tortoise named Mid-Size Sedan,
I like that one.
a lizard named Frosted Mini Wheats, a guinea pig named Cow Pig, and an actual pig named Snoop Hoggy Hog. You can vote for your favorite at petinsurance.com/wacky pet names. Winners will be announced next Wednesday. Now, that being said, for us dog owners here, we have 4 dog owners. When your dog is in the car with you, does the dog go on your lap? And when you do see somebody driving with a dog on their lap, does it make you angry?
It doesn't make me angry. It makes me a little bit worried, just because
It doesn't make me angry. It gets me concerned.
Yeah, never know what's going to happen. What if the dog, loses his balance, sets its foot down in the steering wheel or something, and messes up? It's like a water bottle on the floor. That's super dangerous. What if it gets behind the brake? You can't brake. You know what I'm saying?
How can you have your full attention on the road when you got a Pomeranian in your lap? Right?
I agree.
Okay.
Right?
Well, that being said, when I did have a long-haired Chihuahua that's basically like a Pomeranian, he would be on my lap every once in a while.
Thank you for being honest. That does not.
I will say.
That does not take away from the douchiness of it, though.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, he wasn't going to move, and he was 14 ounces. I mean, this is hardly an animal. I mean,
Yeah, but you still got a dog in your lap.
You're right. You're right. I'm talking about like the Bichons and the medium-sized dogs that are, you see on the lap that are like out the window and they're excited.
Yeah,
and
listen,
whatever.
I'm guessing this is more of a Chihuahua thing than a Saint Bernard thing. But 13% of dog owners admit they sometimes let their dogs sit on their lap while driving.
Mm-hmm. When I had my puggle, James Hetfield, and he was a puppy, I wanted to take him down to the arch and introduce him. And so I had him in my jacket. He was asleep, and I had the safety belt around both of us, and he was completely tuckered out. I was driving us down to the arch. That probably wasn't very safe, but it was very cute.
Yeah.
Bo jumped out the window of my Jeep one time off of my lap.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
This dude's dodged death several times, but he saw another dog. We were in a neighborhood, but I was still probably going like 25, 30 miles an hour. And he just had the windows down, nice day, saw a dog walking, was like, he just bailed, just launched off of me.
And how fast were you going?
25, 30 miles an hour.
Oh, my God.
I watched him in the side view mirror, like roll 3 times and pop up and run and go play with that dog. And I was like, no more.
No more cracked windows.
Yeah, I do.
No more all the way down. He's not that.
I do kind of worry about that with new dogs. She hasn't done it yet. Like, she'll see another dog and put her head, like, half her body out the window.
So you don't have your windows, like mine, I keep about halfway, because I do think about that.
Oh, yeah. And I
keep it where their nose basically barely hang out, because also I don't want their head to
Now I do.
hit the window hard or anything, so I try to keep it where it's a little tougher.
Well, and they said that, your dog shouldn't put their head out the window while you're driving because the dog can get something in their eyes, and I understand that. But they look so cool when their head's out the window.
Yeah.
I know,
All right?
and they're so happy.
And Kat the dog she's at her happiest when her head's out the window.
They're getting high on oxygen, bruh.
But I do worry about little things going in her eyes, but the dogs have never been on my lap. And I will, especially in where I live, some of the old ladies like to drive with their dogs on their laps. And you can see it.
That worries me.
And they got their arms up over the dog.
Over the dog, yeah.
And I go, this is not good. Now, again, 13% of dog owners admit they sometimes let their dogs sit on the lap while driving. It's from a survey on how dangerous driving with dogs can be. An insurance company talked to 1,000 dog owners, and half said they worry about their dog causing an accident, as in a car crash, not peeing on the seat. So usually my dogs are in the back seat if I go with them. 69% usually make their dog sit in the back seat. 41% let them sit up front in the passenger seat sometimes. New dogs sometimes will come sit in the front with me.
There was nothing cooler than when I had that Chihuahua, and I took him on a couple tours. I know I told you that before. And when I was driving the tour bus, having him, I'm sitting there driving the bus, and he was on the step right next to me, so about shoulder height, you know, just looking out, just sitting there like a ceramic statue, you know. And it was so sweet, man. It's so cool traveling with a dog.
Yeah, I mean, going out to the farm, new dog will be in the passenger seat, just sitting there, like as if she's another passenger.
It's so cool. What is it about that?
I don't know. Every once in a while, I'll just reach my hand over and just pet her head. Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? That's my buddy.
Yeah, we're on an adventure together.
Half of dog owners think there should be laws requiring you to buckle your dog in or restrain them in some way. And I will admit that we used to strap the dogs in all the time. Like, we used to have a thing that would go on the collar, then buckle into the belt. Haven't used that in a while.
We just started in the last year doing that.
I should do it. It's, that's on me, guys.
Yeah.
45% let their dog hang its head out the car window. Surprising that's not higher since dogs love it. 88% of men and 77% of women admit they might not always be fully paying attention on long trips because they're entertaining their dog.
Something that's helped a ton with radio is when we became Jeep owners, when we got the Wrangler, we would take her, and on occasion, we would take her when the roof wasn't on because she loves that, and especially when the doors aren't on. So, like, obviously, you got to have something to restrain the dog.
Yeah, you got the net, right?
So what we do is, we have like this basket thing that covers the seats and protects all the leather and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it came with a leash. So I guess it's a leash, but it straps into the seat belt and then hooks onto the back of her harness. So she's wearing a harness where she can't reach. She can reach her head just outside the window, and that's as far as it will allow her to go. So even if the doors are on and the windows are up, like, she's still harnessed now to the center of the, to the middle seatbelt. And that's been awesome.
Well, listen, guys, National Pet Day. Do something nice for your pet today. Give your cat an extra hug.
All right, I'll feed one of them.
Hey, locally in news here, man, I saw the story. A man accused of stealing thousands of dollars in cigarettes across the St. Louis area. A while ago, there was a video making the rounds of a guy. It was at, I think this was in New York. It was at a convenience store, what they would call a bodega in New York City. And a guy walks in, he walks behind the counter. And it's two Indian fellows who run the place. The guy walks behind the counter with a trash can and just starts throwing cigarettes into the trash can, like nothing. Like, walk behind the counter, and the Indian dudes are like, not today. And they beat the crap out of this guy's legs. They wound up taking him down.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Remember that story?
Yep.
I've seen the vid. They swamp justice.
They swamp justice.
I like it.
Broomstick to the legs. Broomstick to the legs. That's it. Broomstick to the legs. And the guy's and because this guy was taking cartons of cigarettes and just putting them in a trash can. And he was just going to walk out. Well, somebody here in St. Louis has been doing that.
Where?
I will tell you what, and this is from Fox 2. One man is charged with repeatedly stealing hundreds, even thousands of dollars worth of cigarettes across the St. Louis area. Although the alleged thief keeps getting caught, he also keeps offending. This guy, Eric Marion, 31 years old, has targeted 5 different businesses this year alone, stealing thousands of dollars of cigarettes. First incident happened January 17th at the Tidal Wave Phillips 66 on South Lindbergh and Sunset Hills. Walked in, grabbed $750 in cigarettes and walked out.
Wow.
He also stole $800 worth of cigarettes at a Walgreens on Chesterfield Parkway 2 weeks after that. On February 3rd, he went into a Mobile on the Run on Clarkson and Chesterfield. Walked out with more than $2,800 in cigarettes. A couple weeks later, February 26th, he did the same thing somewhere in the city of St. Louis, though it doesn't say, where or how much he stole. But he would also in Crestwood, Circle K on Watson.
Man has a problem.
$750 worth of cigarettes. He'll be in court on April 18th, but he would just walk in, grab them. What are the employees going to do?
The audacity. I couldn't do that. I couldn't just walk in and go, all right, all these Marlboro Reds are mine.
You have
morals.
Morals, yes. I guess employees are just like,
Is this the guy that gets lit up, or is this St. Louis?
This is the guy that gets lit up. We have on the big screen here in the studio.
Now this guy, he's got some weapon in his back pocket. He reached for it in the beginning and was threatening him. It was like a knife or something.
Yeah.
But he was threatening him with it before, and they kind of let him go for a little longer.
All right, let me put the audio on. Hang on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because it's TMZ.
Oh, broomstick's out. And golly.
So he was behind the counter. Employees come from behind and just take this guy down, and they're beating the crap out of his legs.
Yeah, they are. Oh, you like to smoke? We'll smoke you.
They got a shin on that last one. Did you see that? Right on the shin.
That's swamp justice.
That is an administration of swamp justice.
That's
and honestly, scales feel balanced to me a little bit after watching the video.
If they're letting this guy out and he keeps doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's got an addiction, sir.
Oh, so yes, he's smoking these things himself. Yes, that's what he's doing.
That's right.
I smoke 700,000 cigarettes a day.
Doesn't he know he could get cancer from those?
That's right. He must not know they're bad for him.
I guess not.
Has he read the Surgeon General warning on the side of each pack?
Big Tobacco probably hired that guy to go show that, hey, people are actually really into cigarettes. Look at this guy, for instance.
I hope that guy with the stick said that. What a cool line that would have been if he's just like, call me the Surgeon General because smoking's about to cause you harm. Warning. Smoking's about to cause you some serious harm to your legs.
Yeah, they're letting this guy out and he just keeps doing the same thing. You know, you're working at a Phillips 66. I don't know how much you're making an hour, but you're like, okay, what am I going to do?
Those guys probably own that place. You know what I mean? They're probably there every day working long-hour shifts. This guy comes in with the trash can, starts stealing smokes, threatening them like...
They said, not today.
Not today. I bet he won't ever do that again.
Not today, sir.
Not in that store.
Man, the guy filming, too, that's a wild story. I'm reading about the investigation, and the guy filming was telling them, hey, there's nothing you can do. Just let him take it and just go. And he said he was trying to feel it out. His job was to make it home that day, and he didn't know if this guy had a weapon or not. He said, hopefully everybody learns from the situation, can be in a better mindset next time, because the clerks were not going to just let him go.
No, because you know what? They had probably had it happen to them before. And I know it's, insurance will pay for it. Well, okay, if those guys own the store, insurance is going to pay for it. Whose premiums are going up?
Right.
Insurance doesn't just pay for it. People pay into that system. You know that?
Yes. And also...
That's the dumb thing. Oh, just let them steal stuff. Insurance will pay for it. It's not free money.
Yeah, but that's what we say when people want to steal a car. Just let them take it because you want to save your life. Like, it's the same argument.
Yeah, but some people have had enough.
Yes, I understand that.
No, I'm talking about the excuse for allowing...
Sure.
People like this to go in there and do it.
Like in San Francisco.
Unabated.
With everybody going into Walgreens or whatever and just stealing willy-nilly.
Well, and now you have, Walgreens not in San Francisco anymore.
Right. They were like, I'm out.
We're out. We're out. We're done.
Walgreens
Done with this.
Is out, huh?
Well, now, out in California, they...
Be well. They're gone.
Out in California, now they passed that thing where... fast food employees are making $20 an hour now. Like the minimum wage for a fast food employee in California is $20. $20 an hour. I was making $4.25 back in '96 when I was in the service.
And so you're mad?
That's probably the equivalent in California.
Are we back to the list that makes you sound old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is number 9 on the list. But back in my day.
$4.25, back in '95, '96. But you know what's happening now that employees are making $20 an hour? You have stores closing now.
Oh, yeah.
And Big Macs are costing $15 a Big Mac.
Well, they got to have a living wage. It's hard to live in California, I bet. So like Rafe said, I bet $20 an hour in California is the $4 an hour. I guess you were in New York, right?
Yeah, but if if you make $20 an hour, okay, and now hamburgers cost $15 because you're making $20 an hour, is that really?
It's a terrible system. I get it, but what do you want? Like, do you want people working 3 jobs? and hating their lives, or you want them having sort of a living wage? I'm not saying you're wrong or right. I'm just asking questions.
Yeah, what's weird about this too is it's whoever, I don't know how they pushed this through. They didn't think too much about that with the fast food in mind, because those are going to go away. But the restaurants like the fast casuals, where you just pay the tip, the servers get paid less because they're based on tips. They're going to thrive, and they're going to do just fine because their prices won't go up.
Let me say this, though, about that. I've talked to more local restaurant owners, like even at Westchester in the Valley. Tim and I went for my birthday, and we got to talk to the owner there, and he was telling us about how he does business and how he's retired, and he has no debt on that place, and he's awesome. He's paying his workers a living wage. They have health insurance. Like, there are some places that can really make it work. And yes, that's a more upscale place, so you are going to pay more for a meal, but it's
working
worth
at
it.
McDonald's, is not supposed to be a career. It's supposed to be
Transitional.
It's supposed to be an entry level. It's supposed to be an entry level job
for some, but managers stay there for a while.
Managers stay there, and the managers aren't making minimum wage though. They're actually
like we have a Domino's franchisee in our family, and they have so many people that come up where it is an entry level job, and they work their way up, and then they become franchisees. So,
of course, there are stories. There are outlier stories like that.
Yeah.
But because now workers, just look it up. I mean, look up some of the articles already. In the week that it started, places are closing, and now prices are going up for food.
Do you think this is a genuine question? I'm not trying to be a liberal right now. Do you think that if people are not going to get an education either by choice or they can't afford to get college, to go to college, and they, do you think that more jobs are going to open up because a lot of people are saying that, hey, you don't need to have a college degree anymore? Like, even in this room, we've talked about it before, how, like, Rizz, you don't have a college degree in broadcasting.
I have some college, yes.
You have some college.
Yeah. But that's our band is some college.
We have some college. Like, I have a degree, and I work here. So it was kind of a 50-50. Like, you didn't have to have a degree in mass comm to get a job in radio.
Right.
But people are saying, don't go to college now. Do you think that's going to open up the job force for people without college degrees to get better jobs to make a living wage?
It is way up,
Maybe.
is people going into the trades.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've heard this a million times where you graduate from college, you have all this student debt, and then your buddy that went straight into the trade already is, he has the house is paid for, he's got his boat.
But his trade is still a degree, right? Like, they still have to go to, like, Rankin Technical College. You have to get some sort of certification.
You could do it in high school for free,
and
right?
And
so it's still secondary education.
Yes, but they're not coming out with $200,000 in debt where they're going to pay it until they're 55.
Well, it's not always true either. It's called an apprenticeship. You don't go to school. You go to work. On the job training.
It depends on the
sign
trade.
up at the IB. I used to trim trees, and I didn't have to go to school for it. I signed up at the IBEW, and I was in the union, electrical union, and they would call me out as a supplementary worker when someone would call in sick, and that's how you get your foot in the door, and then you get on a crew, and you train on the ground, and then if you work hard and you do well, they call you back out, and it's a meritocracy. You get, if you're a good worker, they call you back, and you learn the trade, and then you move up. Not all of them are like that. Same thing, I used to carry hod. My grandpa was in the bricklayers union, and bless his heart, he'd make arrangements for you to do one of the hardest jobs in the world when you're 15 years old. And it's like a lot of that stuff was like you're carrying mud for bricklayers, and then you work your way up through. Same thing with it depends on the union, but like a lot of this stuff is like you enter the union, you learn on the job, and then the pay scales are commensurate. That's what unions fight for. They fight for the pay for the tradespeople, and then a lot of people got out of those jobs because they bought into that college, like the college lie of like, get out of the trades. My grandpa was kind of like that. He was like, my back hurts. I worked for 40 years. Like, go use your brain. You're smart. Use your brain. And I think that it's weird to me because I feel like we devalued the trades at some point as like it was a less than career.
Yeah, because
that was a big lie.
It was parents afraid to tell the neighbor that no, little Thatcher's not going to be a lawyer or a doctor. He's going to be a welder. And it wasn't as sexy.
Yeah,
as my kid's getting a degree to be in finance.
My son's going to be a welder and make like 160 grand a year. It's just such a bummer.
They wouldn't say that though.
Yeah,
no,
like they would. It'd be an embarrassment to say my kid's in HVAC.
Yeah, man. Kurt Vonnegut had talked about it one time. He said every society except the United States has like blue collar folk heroes, and we we got rid of that in our society at some point, which is interesting to me. Like, we got rid of, like, we worship money. We worship education and money. And there are no, like, there's no heroes of, like, there's no more John Henrys. You know, there's no more, like, folk heroes of, like, the blue-collar, hard-working, other than Springsteen's song.
Mike Rowe.
Right. And I mean, there's a resurgence of that. Mike Rowe wrote a really thoughtful letter about that, about why the trades were important. I mean, have you tried to get some work done around your house?
It is not cheap.
The wait is long.
Yeah.
It's not cheap and the wait is long because so few people. I have a friend whose dad just retired from a sheetrock business, you know, hanging drywall, mud and tape. It's not a sexy job, but it pays well. And he wanted to turn his business over to someone, and he has no one to give it to. His sons didn't want to do it. He hasn't had a worker stick around. He has a book of business that has, like, they live in a very nice, the guy makes a ton of money.
Now, to be fair, that is a business owner. And that's a difference. There's a difference there. Not everybody's cut out to be a business owner.
I agree. But my point is, like, he's like, I don't have anyone that's worked for me long enough that I can just be like, take it over.
Well, I think the stigma's going away.
Yeah,
I do too.
I think the stigma in the past maybe year or two that's gone away.
Because the problem with the doctor-lawyer lie is the percentage of people getting doctor and lawyer degrees is very small. Most people are getting, and I have one, mass comm degrees.
But even when they are, like, think about, like, these doctors. You have these young doctors that now have these great jobs.
Sure.
And they'll be paying off huge student debts.
For sure.
Where it kind of equals out, where, again, the neighbor who became a welder or a tradesman in some way is technically making more money. I mean, you might be making more money on paper, but with the debt that you've now incurred to get that.
For sure.
Some of these doctors are getting burned out before they're even, you know, or lawyers changing career before their debt's paid off for what they did. And it's,
but thank God for doctors and lawyers and all these scientists that do go to school that have to actually learn things to do the jobs and the work that they do. So there's a trade-off, pros and cons.
You need somebody to fix the equipment, though.
Absolutely you do.
Yeah.
Not saying you don't.
Justin says for every 5 trade workers who retire, there's only 1 to take their place.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, remember we had an article the other day, think
about that supply and demand, though.
Yeah, a year or two ago, and they were talking about the need for welders in particular. And it was something like, in the next 5 years, there's going to be 400,000 less or fewer welders than are needed for the jobs needed in this country. It was a staggering number. Staggering number.
And that can be a super cool job, because I worked for that one company that they went and repaired chemical tanks. And so these welders are getting flown all over the country. They get paid a ton of money, and it's really awesome. Like, they're doing fun stuff. It's pretty neat.
Well, all right.
Oh, we solved that issue.
Solved that issue. That is that.
Yeah. Blue collar.
Woo. Thank God
our heroes.
Thank God we talked about that. Up next is the Craigslist Freak of the Week, by the way. So I got more work to do, guys.
Oh, God.
More problems.
More problems. More problems to solve.
Global problems to solve.
All right, today's Team Rizz Member of the Day is brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. St. Louis is home for Blues hockey. From Eureka, Missouri, Jordan Freeman is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Jordan, daily listener of the Rizz Show, always make sure to catch up on whatever he misses on the live broadcast on the podcast. Always spreading the word of Rizz to all his friends. Has enjoyed meeting all the crew on more than one occasion over the last couple of years of live events. Has loved listening to Lern and Rafe for the past year, and feels they've brought the show to a new level. Also a fan of my storytelling and comedic timing, and feels that everyone on the cast here brings a unique personality and perspective to the table that makes every show well-rounded and endlessly entertaining. Sounds like Jordan's got a head injury.
He was very nice on the phone, by the way.
Jordan Freeman from Eureka is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right. As I mentioned, Craigslist Freak of the Week is next. Please have the chat room open and ready to go with the freak names. Rafe will be monitoring the instant feedback. It's 7-11. It's Thursday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. We got a right-hand shoulder block due to a stalled vehicle 70 eastbound at exit 270 Missouri N. There's also construction and severe delays of 12 minutes, 70 east, 70 east southbound, downtown at Columbus Square. Average speed is about 5 miles an hour there. Your point forecast, wet and soggy, more rain possible tonight. High of 64. Right now it's 51 at the Point Studio.
Back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow at 1057thepoint.com. Craigslist Freak of the Week here in just a second. Crap on celebrities, emails, sports, news. As far as the freaks go, every once in a while somebody goes, these people don't exist. Oh, they do.
Oh, yeah.
And before we get to the official Craigslist Freak of the Week, headline: Woman horrified after receiving thinking of you letter with bag of toenail clippings in the mail.
Ew.
Very sweet.
Oh, yeah. This is, we've had toenail clipping.
Did I send those to the wrong address?
We've had toenail clipping freak ads before. A woman has shared her horror story after receiving an alarming quote-unquote gift sent directly to her house from a mysterious person. She explained how she moved into a new house just 10 months ago. She only gave her address to those in her close circle. She got home one day. She saw a letter from somebody from Philadelphia. It was in her mailbox.
So it had a return address on it.
Well, you could see where it was stamped.
Oh, I see. So maybe it didn't have a return address?
It didn't have a return address. You could see where it's stamped from.
Oh, man.
Dang.
She's like, I don't know anybody from Philly. So after opening the letter, she started to freak out. All the letter said was, thinking of you.
Was it addressed to her name? Because I wonder, what if that was a thing from the previous owner? She's only been there 10 months.
She's only been there 10 months.
I've been in this house for like 8 years, and I'm still.
You're still getting mail from the previous owner or for the previous owner?
I mean, every once in a while you get a lot of stuff that says current resident or.
Yeah.
Maybe it was one of those. Maybe they're just sending toenails to the current resident.
So the letter just said thinking of you, alongside a small bag of finger or toenails.
Mm.
Rafe, you were where yesterday and saw a man?
I was just thinking about how I can't believe I forgot to bring this up. I was at Schnucks on Arsenal after the Cardinals game. We stopped to get a few groceries for the house. And the security guard, when you come in the entrance, we walked in, Tina and I walked in, and I go, yo, is that guy clipping his fingernails? And the security guard was just standing there in the floral department, like on the other side of the last register where everybody can buy booze and cigarettes or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's like on the other side of the thing and just like freely. I got a video of it. We did like a little secret camera. We didn't do a great job, but you can get I just got like a little walk by of him, and he was just like, they were flying up in the air, dude, clipping his fingernails just right there in the middle of the grocery store. And I go, what?
Maybe it's
what
good
world?
Maybe it's good plant food. I don't know.
Oh.
The orchids love them.
It's too close to produce, dog. And they got food up in that area too, like little the little like impulse buy cupcakes and stuff when you walk into Schnucks. And this
It was
guy,
a security guard?
Security guard was just, and it was loud. It was making that like, and they were flying off like they were long.
Cool, man.
Yeah, when you cut your finger or toenails, you could try to collect them as
you go.
This guy didn't even try. He was,
but even still, when the best intentions.
He was standing. There was would collect them where? This guy was just free balling fingernail clipping, badge out, clipping hard, just
Maybe
in the
got a
middle.
license to clip.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know, dude.
Like 6 aisles over, you just hear that.
That's what you could hear.
Oh.
Yes, that's exactly what it sounded. That's what got my attention. I was like, sounds like somebody's clipping their nails.
No, it couldn't be here at Schnucks.
Not here where people are buying food items. Not here 10 feet from loose lettuce.
Slow crime day, though. I mean, that's good news.
I was just like, man.
If you got time to clip,
That's
then
like,
it must be all right.
Is that okay?
No, it's not okay.
I always thought that was a household, like even like a master bath.
Yes,
sort
it
of,
is.
sort of thing only. And but
at least in your own home.
But Burton, you always used to.
Jeff used to clip his fingernails.
I do it in our office.
Yeah,
but in my little area.
Yeah.
I understand. and I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But
I do that too in Moon's area. No big deal.
I'm only okay with it because I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still freaking weird to me. And
Well,
when
I
Jeff
gotta
would do it, I would
hang
always go like, "Man, this guy gets weirder." And this is a perfect example. Because it was so normal for him. And he also had a toothbrush, which is fine. My mom's obsessed about brushing her
I got a
teeth.
toothbrush.
And he would go to the bathroom sometimes and brush his teeth.
I do that.
But the nail clipping, as if I'm not here,
Right.
and it's not weird.
I'd be at my computer and I would hear the clipping. I would just like slunk my
Well, we still have the nail clipper. I have little like things that I found, and because I sit in Jeff's
you
little
have
desk.
Jeff's nail clipper.
And I have his chapstick, his nail clippers, and there's something else. Like
that
a little,
should be in the Smithsonian.
You do?
It's
Wait,
a little
is it-
shrine on
is
the
it
desk
little,
still for Jeff.
Is the leather thing? I participated in this crime, and for a gift one year, I gave him a whole nail.
Like a file.
Oh no,
kit.
no, this is
Yeah,
just
like
a
a
little. This is just a little clippers, like little silver clippers.
Well, so this woman gets sent, anonymously, a small bag of finger or toenails. She says, "Why would somebody send this?" She says she's looking for reasons why somebody would send this to somebody.
I'm just confused. I mean,
She says it was addressed to her. It was addressed to me. I've only been in this house 10 months. I live in the Midwest and don't know anyone in Pennsylvania.
so to me, it's grooming, and it's like this is a slow growing thing. You know what I'm saying? Like this didn't just sneak up on me. You know, it's not like my nail has grown so long since 8 a.m.
Well, if I don't get this done now, by the time I get home, it's going to be 4 feet long.
Right, I won't even be able to drive with these hands. So like it's like a master bath, like grooming, and it's very confusing to me why that is okay.
Me too.
Elsewhere,
Unless you get a hangnail or something like
Yeah.
that.
well, sure, okay.
And that's normally what's happening in our office, but it goes directly in the trash, or it goes in like if I'm sitting at my desk, I then
Do it
will
over
put
the trash can.
I just think it's it doesn't necessarily have to happen in the bathroom, but I think there's a certain degree of privacy that surrounds it.
Yeah, personal
You know what
grooming.
I mean? I don't care if you pee in your yard. That's fine, but don't pee in the park. You
Right.
know what I mean? To me, it's the same thing. I'm like, this guy's just like, there's hundreds of people walking by, and this guy's just clipping without any remorse.
Maybe you don't realize that it's...
That's why I'm asking. I was just like, I'm not the weirdo, right? But I think this is strange.
Am I the a-hole?
I would walk by and go,
That was always.
I took a
Jeff's
video
thing.
because I was like, shout out to this guy.
for just no self-awareness.
Just on the clock, badge out, clipping
Zero
his dirty nails in the schnooks where I buy my food. Like, that is...
Zero self-awareness.
That's wild.
God bless him. God bless
I
him.
just think private. Like, I would clip my nails in our office if I was alone.
Right.
I don't think I'd whip out while you guys were all in there and be like, incoming.
Click.
You know, yeah.
Click.
Or just on the job in a store full of people. It's wild.
Maybe that's the guy. What if that's the guy? Maybe he was sending him somebody.
Yeah.
Well, I saw.
He's like, I'll put these in the flowers. Those will be my follow-up.
I was trying to find his news article, and I found one from a few years ago. She makes $10,000 a month selling her toenail clippings. So maybe
Dang.
this is.
Well, it's definitely a fetish. I mean, people...
Must be taking a lot of vitamins. That's a lot. I mean, how often can you get?
Well, I'm sure she has. Maybe she's paying this guy at Schnucks a couple bucks too to give her some.
Well, this lady here...
Subcontracting out the toenails?
This lady here, she's like, since getting the mail, she's updated the privacy settings on her social media accounts. She's removed personal information, that she had shared on public platforms. She says, I filed a police report. They don't care. What crime is that? She says she gave the bag of toenails and fingernails to a coworker to hold onto.
Can't they get the DNA off of
That's
them?
even worse.
I mean,
If you want, if it's really bothering, you're going to have to go down a crazy rabbit hole with the police, and things are going to need to get filed. But yeah, you could probably get the DNA off of it and find
or
out.
you could
who
just
sent
smell
it.
them and then
Filed,
start
see
smelling
that?
feet.
Well, you could use them like pick your teeth.
Yeah. Free toothpicks.
Yeah. Maybe it's like a, voodoo or Wiccan kind of thing. I don't know.
Let's not bring the
This is a
voodoos and
previous-
the Wiccans into this.
Who was our cop from Monday? Who was the undercover cop from Monday that got the terrible job? I wonder if it'd be the same cop being like, I got transferred. I'm in the toenail division.
Oh, God. All right, so let's do the Freak of the Week thing. So Lern's going to read the ads for us. We got 3 new ads. You guys will name the ads, do it in the chat room, do it through the instant feedback, through the 105.7 The Point mobile app. We'll figure out the best name. Lern will read the next ad. And then once we are done with the 3 ads, we'll put it up for a vote. You'll vote via Twitter at RIZZ Show. And one of these ads moving on to the Freak of the Year playoffs. Lern?
Here.
Let's present.
Present.
Let's get to it. Ad number 1 coming at you.
Paint me like one of your French girls. Man for man, 28 years old, Montreal. I want to paint your scrotum. I'm obsessed with balls and want to make your beanbag my creation. I started out as a face painter at fairs and festivals and soon found out that I had a better canvas to create upon. I'm looking for someone who wants to become the art. I will stretch the wrinkles out of your testicle bag and turn your pouch into the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. This is a huge turn on for me, and I don't think that you will go unrewarded. The paint I use is non-toxic and edible. You know it's chow time after we're done. The turn on for me is consuming the art that I just made. The turn on for you is that I was a prostitute for 9 years and know my way around your equipment. I will ask to keep your seed. I will use it as an ingredient in my homemade paint, and trust me, there will be plenty. I will play your prostate like the Casio keyboard. 420 friendly, no bug chasers, please.
Okay.
What's a bug chaser?
I don't know.
The proper definition of a bug chaser is somebody who, I think, seeks out sexually transmitted diseases.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa.
Okay.
Like it's somebody looking for somebody with a STD.
Bug chaser.
No
Interesting.
way.
It's a bug chaser, yeah. Oh, play your prostate like a Casio keyboard. Now, when I saw that at first, I said, what the hell are they talking about? And then the line before, when they say, I will ask to keep your seed, now I get it.
Yeah.
You know, some of this, not all of it, not most of it, but some of it reminded me of painting Jeff in the Speedo. That was
the old sip and paint we did.
Yeah, he was the art.
Yeah.
And we painted his.
We didn't paint him.
Painted his scrot?
No, we didn't paint him.
He was the
him.
model.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the male model in a Speedo.
Oh, you should have made that line of demarcation.
We didn't-
When you said you painted him in a Speedo, I was like, wait, you guys painted Jeff's?
no.
Well, yes,
All
we
bag?
did. That wasn't the public event. That was a different
Yes,
event.
that was after hours. Get a pay extra for that. All right, let's get some names for the artiste here.
Okay, Andy Warhol.
You better do better than that.
We have Leopoldo da Vinci, Saxon Pollock, Vincent van
Hang
Gogh.
on.
Saxon Pollock.
Wait, Andy Warhol or Saxon Pollock?
Saxon Pollock.
I like Saxon Pollock.
Salvador Bali.
It's also good.
Also good, yeah.
I like that one a lot.
Any on the feedback, Rafe?
Yanksy.
Yangtze. That's cute.
I mean, Saxon Pollock.
Yeah.
Saxon
Saxon
Pollock
Pollock
is pretty great.
It's pretty
That's
good.
great. Saxon, Pollock.
Oh, I had ACK, but
Is that what it is? I don't
no,
know.
I have OCK. You're right. I think that's it. I don't know. Somebody correct us.
Saxon Pollock. Is Pollock with a A or?
Oh.
Pollock.
2 O's.
Okay. All right, there you go. Saxon Pollock.
Saxon Pollock.
Saxon Pollock
My
is
favorite
their
artist.
It's the first freak of the week. Okay, on to number 2. Let's do it.
Simple guy seeks tiny woman, man for woman, 45 years old, Sheffield. I'm at my wit's end and I need a tiny woman. Any tiny woman. You have to have a tiny, high voice and enormous sense of power in your approach. Belittle me, shame me, talk so badly to me that I couldn't possibly live with myself anymore. Tell me how disgusting I am. I will be fully naked, of course. Talk to me about my tiny pee-pee and tell me that I have the worst body you've ever seen. Your degrading cartoon voice is what I need for survival. I'm a very powerful person in this city, and your discretion is of the utmost importance. If you make me cry, you will be rewarded handsomely. Your name will be Tiny Tanya. Must be very small.
All right.
Okay.
Interesting. So this gentleman from Sheffield would like a tiny, high-voiced woman
To shame his tiny pee-pee.
Talk to me about my
Tell
tiny
him how
pee-pee.
horrible his body is.
So I'm thinking this is why rich and powerful men go to dominatrixes.
Yeah.
Because they have so much power and they need to be belittled.
They need to be brought back to even.
That makes sense.
So if what this man says is true, I'm a very powerful person in the city. I'm assuming this is the reason for that.
Tiny Danza.
This is why he wants. This is why he wants a tiny woman. All right, let's get to it. Names.
Yeah, Tiny Dan's is a good one. We also have Shame Gillis, Smalley Shore, Tiny Tim, Sadly Cooper.
Dude, Tom DeGrady is that's a pretty good one.
Tom
I came over with
DeGrady.
feedback.
I like that.
Tom DeGrady.
Tom DeGrady, nice job. All right, Tom DeGrady. Any last minute entries here? No. Okay. Finally, our last freak of the week, ad number 3, coming at you.
Foot models wanted, man for woman, 47 years old, Birmingham. Seeking a woman who loves driving fast in high heels and wants to get paid doing a pedal pumping video shoot. I would like to film a couple of different ladies from the knees down, pumping on the gas and brakes of my Ferrari. I would prefer if you do have a pedicure before this shoot and bring at least 3 different pairs of shoes to capture. Please make one of the shoes those strappy sandals with a stiletto heel. A stiletto heel, my Southern Illinois is coming out. I really like it when I can tell that you are hammering the pedal down to the floor. Maybe stomp it a few times. I like imagining the pedal is my balls. I really want you to stomp the hell out of it. If you have any questions, please call or text. No boots. I have PTSD from a bad experience.
Okay. I like these are kind of short and sweet this week. To the point.
To the point.
Man, I want to know what happened with the boots.
Me too. What, like, is it?
What happened with the boots?
Did somebody stomp on his balls with boots and that didn't feel great?
Did we have a blowout? Did we rupture something?
Right. Oh, something was ruptured.
I'd like to film a couple different ladies from the knees down, pumping the gas and brakes of my Ferrari. Whoa.
Person has some money.
Whoa. I guess it wouldn't be the same with a 1998 Honda Accord.
No, it wouldn't
Probably
be.
not.
Although that is a classic car.
Agreed. And reliable.
And reliable, yes. I owned one. Great car. All right, names.
Okay, we've got Feet Sampras, although this isn't a tennis thing. Forest Pumps, Heavy Pedal, Feet Wentz, Healy Dan, Feeder Frampton, Feeder Gabriel. We also have Tom Pedley.
I got Tom Petty, like pedicure.
No, not
Oh,
bad.
man. So,
Also.
Tom Pedley or Tom I think I like Pedley.
Tom Pedley.
Tom Pedley.
Pedley.
How should we spell that? Peddley?
Petty Van Halen.
Petty Van Halen. That's cute.
Booter McGavin.
Pedd.
Ly or Ley?
Ley?
Jared Stiletto.
I already wrote Tom Pedley down.
Okay, well,
All
then
right,
it's done.
well, then it's over.
Then it is done.
It is over.
I'm just giving honorable mention shout
It's
outs.
over.
2 Toms and a Saxon.
Oh, do we have? We do have 2 Toms. All right, there you go. Activate the votes, Moon, please. Here we go.
Activated.
Nominee number 1 is Saxon Pollock.
Saxon Pollock wants to paint your scrotum. Obsessed with balls, wants to make your beanbag his creation.
All right, then you got Tom DeGrady.
Tom DeGrady is a very powerful guy in someplace in England, I think. And
Sheffield.
He wants a cartoon, a tiny, tiny lady with a tiny cartoon voice to talk about his tiny, tiny pee-pee. And shame him. Make him cry and you get a bonus.
And you just heard from Tom Pedley. All right. Got to endorse one of these ads. We'll start with Rafe Williams. Who will you be endorsing this week?
I liked the second and third one had some similarities. But, man, I mean, the first one was Pollock's weird, for sure. Something weird going on there. No bug chasers kind of freaked me out at the end. I'm going to go with, who was the second Tom or first Tom?
First Tom is Tom DeGrady.
I think Tom DeGrady was a little harder than Tom Pedley.
That's the man looking for a tiny woman with a high voice to degrade him. Okay, Rafe.
Yeah.
King Scott next.
It was close.
Yeah, this one's tough. I think I'm actually going to go with not Pollock. What's it? Oh, what was
Tom
it?
Pedley?
No, the very first one.
Saxon Pollock?
Yeah, Saxon Pollock. Thank you. I'm going to go with Saxon because he did say a couple things are really wild in there, which is the way he makes his homemade paint. That's disgusting. And also, I don't know. They just.
I'll be going with that one as well.
It's an odd canvas to want to paint, so I'm going with that.
Yeah, I'm going to keep your seed. I will use it as an ingredient in my homemade paint. Yep.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yep. The paint, and by the way, the paint I use is non-toxic and edible.
Thank
Yeah, that
God.
sentence
So
was
let's-
well before it. So if you connect the two, always go back
So
and
let's
review.
go.
Edible.
Let's
Not
go
made by
back to that.
Crayola.
Yeah, I thought about that. That like it's edible, but it's made from the previous person's.
Yeah, he said it's chow
I will
time.
allow you to
Seed.
change your vote if you want.
It's getting weirder as we dissect it. I don't want to.
I'm down for Saxon Pollock. It's just so weird.
It's so weird.
The no bug chasers, the edible paint, I'm gonna play your prostate like a Casio I can't even talk. Keyboard. Can't even say it.
Casio
keyboard.
Moon, I'm
Damn,
assuming
Johnson.
Saxon Pollock for you.
100%. 100%. The only thing that actually kind of throws a curve in this is he mentions a Casio keyboard, which is like, that's a pretty old thing. Nobody young is talking about Casio keyboards. This cat's under 30, right? He's 28 years old. That was a surprise.
He's an old soul.
Yeah,
But I'll tell you
he's
what,
an old soul.
after 10 years of searching
Modern
artist.
and reading these types of ads, you come across a lot of the feet ones that cover Tom Pedley. That are similar, maybe not those exact ones. And a lot of this humiliation stuff, you see a lot of this nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't see much of any of this.
No, it's creative. You're an artist. He's an artist.
Call him up.
Don't do that.
It's different mediums. I mean,
Saxon Pollock wins this week. This is not he's not going to win the championship, but he's
I don't know, man. This guy could go far.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Clear winner this week for me.
All right, Saxon Pollock, Tom DeGrady, Tom Pedley. It's up to you guys. Vote via Twitter at RIZZ Show. If you missed Lern reading any of the ads, it'll be up on the podcast. Usually posted around 10:45, 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. Just go back and listen. 11 o'clock, and go back and listen. And yes,
Saxon.
you didn't have to draw attention to that. Thank you.
Saxon and
We've got to get out of here.
Gotta get out of here. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. More Marble Mouth Rizz and Marble Mouth Lern with Grab on Celebrities. It is 7:43. It is Thursday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. We got a left lane blocked due to a stalled vehicle 70 eastbound just after Bryan Road. Let's see. There's also a right lane blocked due to a crash 44 eastbound just after 274A Highway Drive. Your point forecast, wet and soggy, more rain possible tonight. High of 64. Right now it's 51 at the Point Studio.
Just, our buddy, professional goalie Mike McKenna, checking in. Saxon is a real contender.
Hi, Mike. For the championship? Oh, I don't know. Well, maybe.
Mike would know, man. Mike.
You're right. Mike would know.
Mike knows, He knows goaltending and, Freaks of the Week. I was driving my son and his buddy around yesterday, and just couldn't help but listen to those two converse about superhero movies. And my son's friend, great kid. He was the kid that was at Rizz Show Live.
Oh, yeah. We met him.
With the boy. Nice kid. They were talking about their favorite Batman movie. And he goes, man, my favorite Batman movie is The Batman. I go,
why?
I go, and I had to chime in.
Is that the Robert Pattinson one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go, The Batman? I go, what was it? The emo Batman?
Did you go, excuse me?
And he goes, yeah. He goes, it's better than the Dark Knight
What?
one. What was the one with Heath Ledger? Dark Knight?
Yeah, the Dark Knight.
And he specifically said it's better than the Dark Knight. I go, what?
And you're like,
He goes,
get out
yeah.
of my car.
if Heath Ledger wasn't in that movie, it would have sucked. I go, but he was in that movie.
If he wasn't in it.
He died for that movie.
No, but he was in that movie.
Yeah.
If Christopher Nolan didn't direct it, and if Heath Ledger wasn't in it,
Well,
and the script was different.
Well, the analogy I used was if cheese wasn't on pizza, it would suck, right? But cheese is on pizza.
Right.
Your son's no longer friends with this kid.
No, I threw him out of the car.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, okay,
Smart.
good.
Smart
He's still
move.
rolling.
Get out of here. Go, if cheese wasn't on pizza, it would suck, right? Yeah. But cheese is on pizza, so it doesn't suck.
Maybe he's
Heath Ledger is in the movie.
Yeah, but
what does it matter?
What if he's a Twilight fan and he loves Robert Pattinson and he was Team Edward this whole time?
No,
I would
they're
understand
too
the
young
connection.
for Twilight. I said, hey, buddy. So we're on the trust tree here in this car. Are you only saying you don't like that movie because everybody likes that movie? No, Mr. Rizz, no. I said, that's cool, man. If we could be honest in this car.
Yeah. This is an honest place. This is a safe place for you.
Are you only saying you don't like it because it's the movie that everybody loves?
Mm-hmm.
No, I just like the newer one. Then get out. You'll be walking the rest of the way home.
Son, I'm going to give you one more chance.
How old is this kid?
15.
What year did The Dark Knight come out? Is this just I like what I like because it came out when I remember it coming out?
That could be it.
Yeah, and it was.
You know what I
That
mean?
could
Like, is
be-
that the
no,
only
that-
Batman movie that's come out while he was of an age to enjoy the movie?
No, they were. They all saw the Justice League movies. You know, the Ben Affleck one.
Yeah, but I mean,
Maybe he's just Batmaned out. And
I'm
he
saying
doesn't-
that Christopher Nolan ones may have been a little before his time, so he wants. It's like to them that's an old movie. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Could be. Okay.
Maybe so, but
He's wrong.
Objectively,
But is that the reason he's wrong? Is because he's trying to be a connoisseur of things that are of his time.
the Tim Burton one is better.
That's way old for these kids, though.
Yeah, I tried to show that one to the boys.
That's like Citizen Kane to them.
Yeah.
You know what? I
Which is crazy.
tried to show that to them.
If you show them Michael Keaton's Batman, they're going to be like,
You want to get nuts?
"What is this?"
He didn't
Film
like
history class?
I could see could not relate.
Why is Jack Nicholson so weird?
Could not relate to that movie at all.
I understand that
Who?
you cannot relate.
The boy.
That does not change the objective truths of the Batman hierarchy.
I will give you the Christopher Nolan movies. I think are my favorite Batman movies.
Yeah, same.
The Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson one obviously holds a special place in my heart because that was, when I was their age, that was out.
Dude, even Batman Returns, there's something
Nicole Kidman?
special. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll even admit when I was a kid, it was a little dark for me, and I was still like, there's something here I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe I'll revisit it. And when you revisit it, every time you go, whoa, this is an interesting way to make a movie. It's super cool.
I was thinking about it the other day, and you know what I think about those movies? I think Tim Burton was the perfect gap bridge between the Adam West Batman and what we have now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He was the
probably
perfect bridge
have
between
it.
campy and dark.
Yeah.
That like kind of pushed it in that direction where it was like the scenescape was dark, but some of the things that happened in the movie were still kind of campy. Like the balloons, the way the city looked, and like some of the set was kind of like very fantastical.
Yeah, it was wild.
And there was a little bit of like corniness in a good way to Jack Nicholson's Joker that was kind of like of the old time, but it started to turn dark to where now Christopher Nolan could turn that up 10 notches. And now and that's why this new one felt like felt like a copy of a copy.
But for me, the reason that the Burton ones were so good was because we're talking about a comic book character here. And even though that movie was like dark and it was real and it was weird, it was the first movie to make me feel like I was in a comic book or that I could be in a comic book. And
that's how good that was.
And I think I think you're right, Rafe. It was the bridge, but it was the bridge to the dark stuff and to everything. I don't think the Batman would exist.
Agreed. That was my point.
Burton wasn't the guy who spearheaded that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And Nolan too.
Yeah, so the kid's still walking.
Point of that story is that kid is not allowed in your house.
No.
That's a bummer.
You got put in your hoarder closet.
Don't bring the Batman kid here. He's not invited anymore.
We got to rewatch that, the Burton series.
Oh, yeah. Takes you right back.
Yeah, but again, I think kids like 15-year-olds were like, eh.
Yeah, no, we tried to watch it for a family movie night, and I think everybody was out after about 25 minutes. But I was like, I forgot a lot of the stuff. The Kim Basinger's, or Basinger.
Oh, yeah, man.
How do you say her name?
Kim Basinger? Yeah, it's great.
She was a really interesting...
She's a fox.
She's a total fox.
Totally.
Babe.
But the way she played the character was kind of like interesting, too. It was almost this Dick Tracy-ish type of vibe. Like, it wasn't about the character. I don't know. It was different. Interesting.
All right, today is April 11th. Back in the day, 134 years ago, excuse me, in 1890, Joseph Merrick, the Elephant Man, dies at the age of 27. 77 years ago, 1947, Jackie Robinson signs his first contract with the Brooklyn Dodgers, making him the first black player in Major League Baseball. He played a couple exhibition games against the Yankees, but his first official MLB game was against the Atlanta Braves on April 15th. 58 years ago, 1966, exactly 19 years after Jackie Robinson breaks baseball's color barrier, Emmett Ashford becomes the first black umpire in the majors. 54 years ago, 1970, Apollo 13 blasts off on its mission to the moon, which was aborted after an oxygen tank exploded. The astronauts managed to return safely thanks to the courage and pluck of Tom Hanks and Kevin Bacon. 54 years ago, 1970, the Beatles' Let It Be was number one on the singles chart, stayed there for 2 weeks. 43 years ago, 1981, Eddie Van Halen marries Valerie Bertinelli. The relationship imploded back in 2001, but we got Wolfgang Van Halen out of the deal. 41 years ago, 1983, REM's debut record, Murmur, comes out. 23 years ago, in 2001, the movies Joe Dirt, Kingdom Come, and Josie and the Pussycats, they all hit theaters. And 7 years ago in 2017, Jay Giles of the Jay Giles Band dies at home of natural causes at 71. Biggest hits were Centerfold and Freeze Frame. That's what happened back in the day. All right, it's time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And we're going to start with this. Eminem is set to co-produce a new documentary on superfans that he calls stans, and looking for stories for his upcoming documentary. Shady Films' Paul Rosenberg, who's been Eminem's longtime manager, had this to say about the project. Stans will be the opportunity for us to turn the camera around and ask the audience about being fans, and in some cases, fanatics. This is a study of the relationship between fan base and artists through the lens of one of Eminem's most fascinating songs and one of the world's most important entertainers. I started filling out my application as a stan.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I had to stop because they want you to upload a video but I remember in Southern Illinois, like in West Frankfort, Illinois, all of the guys that I ran around with, right as Eminem and that Slim Shady LP came out, it just took over everybody. Like every guy in my friend circle was listening to that record. And then the Anger Management Tour came through St. Louis in like 2001, I think, with Eminem,
Limp
Bizkit, Papa Roach. Went to that. It was like one of the coolest freaking shows.
It was a spiritual experience.
It was. And I'm not like a crazy stan by any means, but I love his music. And like when he took the hiatus for a little bit and people didn't know what was going on with him, and he's always been kind of mysterious in that way. I think a lot of people are going to be trying to get in on this documentary, and I'm one of them.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what people send in.
Yeah.
So you're actually gonna send something in?
I'm gonna send something in.
See what
happens. Because I want to come at it from like, this is a weird way, but like all of the guys that I was dating at that time were Eminem fanatics. And so you kind of by proximity became a fan of that music, and it was just such a good time. And I don't know.
Everybody wearing the white, white Hanes t-shirts.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Frosted tips.
Everybody had bleached hair.
Bleached close cropped hair.
Cool visor turned upside down.
It was the best.
I mean, Malibu's Most Wanted.
Dude, it looked pretty sweet, man.
And I still get pumped. Like you still put on some of Eminem's music.
Oh, yeah.
Like Lose Yourself still gets you hyped.
Some of the stuff from those first 2 or 3 CDs were awesome.
And his collaborations with people throughout time, he's great.
I remember the first time I heard Hi, My Name Is, and it was a big deal that rock radio was playing it.
Right.
Yeah, I was in Street Side Records when I first heard it. They were playing it over the thing, and they a couple weeks later they had like posters and stuff. The label sent all these like promo items, and people were asking for the promo items in Street Side.
It was interesting that rock radio. I was at K-Rock at the time. Rock radio embraced it and played it. It was a white rapper, but it had Dr. Dre cred.
Yeah.
I'm just glad a white guy could finally break through in rock radio. That's good.
Well, and it's like the new metal scene specifically with Eminem was interesting because everybody always talks about like, oh, it was cross genre, you know, white guy becoming a rapper and breaking into the hip hop scene. But to me, it was his effect on the nu metal crowds
Well, it was,
as well.
because nu metal was going rap rock. It was like full blown, like rap rock had the heart and soul of that whole vibe. It was perfectly timed.
It was.
It was also MTV was still pumping stuff.
TRL was
MTV.
red hot.
Yeah, getting a video on MTV was still a big deal back in 98, 99.
Oh, his videos were a part of the success. I mean, you know, the whole Tom Green scene.
My bum is on your lips.
Yeah, I mean, just the ridiculousness, the over-the-topness of all of it. It was perfectly timed, perfectly done.
And he was goofy but serious at the same time, which was an interesting thing to juggle as a musician.
Jared on the instant feedback, going back to me talking to the kid about the Batman. Rizz, we're in the trust tree here. Also, Rizz, if I do not hear the correct answer, you're walking home.
Well, this is the duality of Scott Rizzuto.
I trust you to make the right decision and agree with me.
Good point.
Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains is looking for a really important guitar. He's had it for almost 4 decades.
Update on that story. Guitar. We'll
Found?
do the story,
Okay.
and I'll tell you what happened.
It's a 1984 blue dress GNL guitar stolen from his car in either LA or San Bernardino Highland area over the weekend. This guitar is on pretty much every Alice in Chains song that you love. He says it's been on everything I've ever recorded. 98.9% of every song, that guitar is on it somewhere. So Cantrell's management posted on Facebook, we're wanting anybody with the serial number or seeing this thing to turn it in, and they were offering up a reward to anyone who can locate the guitar.
Update. Here's Jerry Cantrell.
We found the damn thing. There it is. God, what a relief. It was misplaced over the weekend during transit between photo shoots and the studio, and I'm working on a record right now, and I really thought this thing had gone missing. So thankfully it was just misplaced.
False alarm.
All right, Jerry. Thanks for nothing.
Not stolen.
Damn it, Jerry.
Not stolen, but misplaced.
Misplaced.
Whoops.
Happens.
That's a funny story. I interviewed Dan Estrin from Hoobastank yesterday about his guitar collection for the Story of the Gear channel.
Yeah.
And that video will be up next week. And one of the things he said was how upset he is that The Reason has like a billion streams. There's like a billion views.
Yeah, the Hoobastank song, The Reason.
The Reason. And the guitar he used in that was not the guitar he wanted. And he had just gotten this badass custom guitar, and he's like, this is gonna be great.
In the video?
Yeah, and his tech put the wrong guitar in there. Like he was specifically like, I need this guitar for the video. And he showed up at the video shoot, and it was one that he didn't like. And he's like,
well, only he would know about that.
Right, but now everybody knows because he told the story on Story of the Gear.
Only he would notice that.
He hates it though. He's like, the bigger the song got, the more depressed I was.
Yeah, I could get that. That sucks. Singer Hardy has teamed up with Flofers, an innovative footwear brand known for blending style, comfort, and functionality. The collaboration did launch on April 2nd, an exclusive shoe collection. Hardy said this about this collab with Flofers.
All right, this is, hang on, Hardy.
What's up, guys? It's Hardy here, and I'm excited to announce finally that I have collaborated with a shoe company called Flofers. You've probably been seeing me wear it online. I love it. It's an awesome summer shoe. It's basically a loafer, but I've been wearing it at shows, and I fell in love with it a couple of years ago. I am going to release my own versions or collaborations with them, a couple of different styles every year, and I have the first one, and this is the Mockingbird and the Crow.
Finally.
Hey, my left one's the Mockingbird, and this right one's the Crow, dude.
My favorite.
Can you pull them up?
My favorite is his accent. Is shoe.
This is my shoe.
Shoe.
Do they float?
This is they're going head to head with Crocs. So they're a comfy shoe that look a little bit more dignified than Crocs, in my opinion.
Oh, no.
My stylistic opinion.
Oh, no. This is old man Croc. Like, this is what?
I'm into it.
This is some country club. Like,
hey.
I'm on a paddle boat. What? I'm in a pedal boat.
Are they classy Crocs? Is that where we're trying to go for here?
Oh, dude, this is top class.
What are you talking about? What is this? This is a simulation.
What?
We're not.
Hey, this is the future, dude.
Those.
No.
I'd buy those.
That is hilarious.
What's wrong with those?
What's wrong with those?
It's like the knockoff luxury shoe.
Yeah, what do they call? I mean, is that what a loafer is? Is those
a loafer.
Those leather things?
Yeah, they're like
Like boat shoes.
driving shoes or driver shoe.
Come on, man.
Rafe, Would you buy those?
Hell no.
Why?
Dude, you have to drive your sports car with driver gloves.
They're just douchey Crocs.
I like the white ones.
They're
Those are
like,
cute.
hey, do you want to look like trash but also pop your collar?
Yeah.
Well, have we got a product for you?
Wow.
Loafers.
I can't believe you would subscribe to this.
You can wear these around the Belle Reve Country Club.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Now, Moon,
I
pull up
would
the
accept
Ferragamo driver shoe and compare them.
I would accept a free pair.
Okay. Did you guys watch Melrose Place back in the 90s?
Yes, I did.
Did you really? I did. I never got into it, unfortunately. But
I used to call it Mel's Hose.
Mel's Hose? Well, Mel's Hose are coming back.
How clever, huh?
Wow. Dude, you were crushing
I
it.
was crushing it back then.
Yeah, you
just
were.
the comedy was just.
Courtney Thorne Smith, take that.
Well, speaking of her, Heather Locklear, Laura Leighton, Daphne Zuniga.
Zuniga.
Zuniga?
She was Princess Vespa from
She was Joe in Melrose Place.
Princess Vespa
Again,
from
did not
Spaceballs?
watch it.
Spaceballs.
Oh,
Correct.
no way.
Zuniga.
Zuniga. There's no word if other originals are going to be joining in, but one of them can only appear in flashbacks because someone is going to die. There's no word on where or when we'll get to see this new version, but Melrose Place originally ran on Fox from 1992 through 1999.
That was like the 90210 Pepsi. I mean, the Pepsi 90210,
Yeah.
right?
I watched 90210.
Were they
no, but they were
competitors?
older.
It was the Friends of L.A., right?
It was the post-high school 902.
Yeah, it was a post-high school 90210.
Oh, I thought they were like kind of like that was ABC's answer to NBC or something.
No, this was like.
I didn't know.
It was on at prime time.
It was on Fox. There was also a reboot in 2009 on the CW that had a younger cast and include some cameos from the original stars. Only lasted one season. But this is kind of cool. I mean, Heather Locklear is coming back as Amanda. So get excited about that. A new Monopoly movie is in the works, courtesy of Margot Robbie's Lucky Chap production company. The movie is going to be based around the board game, and a spokesperson from the production company said, like all of the best IP, this game has resonated worldwide for generations, and we're so excited to bring this game to life alongside the wonderful teams involved at Lionsgate and Hasbro. Now, Barbie was Lucky Chap's most recent release and obviously did so well. The Monopoly movie, they're also going to be doing something with a film adaptation of the Sims game, and that's in the early stages of development. And the minute I saw that the Monopoly movie is going to be made, like, how sad are we that Walter Brimley is dead? Because he could have been the perfect Monopoly man. Just old
Wilford Brimley?
Oh, Wilford Brimley. I'm sorry. Wilford Brimley with his mustache and his cute little
You think he could
round
be the
head.
Monopoly man?
Yes, because who else could play the Monopoly man that's alive today?
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
With a mustache?
Yeah, put a mustache on Pat.
Stephen Root, right?
Yeah, Patrick Stewart. What
Patrick
about
Stewart.
What about speaking of Batman? Who's the commissioner? Is he?
Christian Gordon.
Yeah. What's his name?
Oh,
What's that actor's
Jeffrey
name?
Wright?
No.
in the Nolan.
Yeah,
Gary Oldman?
In the
Gary
Nolan-
Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Yeah. He could, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Wait,
I
what
can see
about
that.
Mark Maron, maybe?
Mark Maron,
Maron
all
is-
whited out, yeah.
That could be fun.
As Mr. What's it? Moneybags?
Yeah.
Monopoly man. Well, but you think about the little characters on the Monopoly board. So you had the hat, the Scotty dog, the wheelbarrow, the bag of money, the battleship, the horse, race car. So I don't know if this is going to be an animated film or if they're going to try and peopleize all these little figurines that you play Monopoly with.
Rich
How's that gonna
Uncle
work?
Pennybags.
Pennybags.
Milburn Pennybags is the. It says unnamed character, but that's.
Hey, by the way, on the instant feedback, Katrina checking in. Thanks for talking about Tums this morning
Okay.
at the top of the show. We here at Tums are very proud of our product.
Oh.
Hey, man.
Right here in St. Louis for 90
That's
years.
right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tums,
Shout
guys.
out
What's
to
up?
Tom.
What's up, Tom?
Right across from Bush.
I eat your product almost every day.
Tell you what, man, it tastes like candy this morning. I tell you.
I said it tasted like St. Louis.
Shout out to Tums.
pretty darn good.
The life and career of the late Superman actor Christopher Reeve is going to be covered in an upcoming documentary called Superman. The Christopher Reeve story. It's premiering in theaters this fall. It's going to share intimate portrait of a man who was a real-life superhero to the disabled community after that horseback riding accident left him completely paralyzed. And St. Louis's own James Gunn, DC's studio's co-CEO, said this documentary completely floored him about how good it is. So if you're a fan of Christopher Reeve, that's going to be coming out soon.
Danny DeVito as the...
Oh, yes.
I was thinking if they do a younger version, Jesse Plemons. He's got the big round head. Or Polo. Polo's got a perfect
Polo.
head.
He's got the big round head.
Yeah. Polo's
Danny
the
DeVito's
perfect
a
one.
Monopoly guy. Or Polo, the Mexican version.
Yeah.
Paul
Yes.
Giamatti would probably crush that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
That'd be good.
And finally, you guys, yardbarker.com put together a list of the 25 worst blockbusters of all time. We're not going to guess. We're just going to go through these.
Worst blockbusters?
Yes.
Can you give us a year or something like that? We like guessing.
Yeah, I know you like guessing, but this list. So, like, on the list, number 24, Twister made the list.
Okay.
We
They
said,
said-
the best?
These are the worst.
I'm just kidding.
It says it has 2 moments, cows, but it's never emotionally involving or fun at all to
It
watch.
really wasn't a great movie.
I loved Twister.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I still kind of love it.
First movie ever on DVD.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat is not on this list.
All right, let's
Fighter,
just
too.
go through them.
M. Night's remake, or that.
No.
Battleship.
We're not going to
Airbender.
guess.
We're not going.
We're
You're not going to
guessing.
guess. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York made this list.
All right, we're
So
done.
these are blockbusters that did well.
Celebrating
Oh,
birthday.
okay.
Yes,
so
these
these
are
are-
blockbusters that did well that they're calling the worst.
Okay.
Yo,
yeah.
Lost in New York is great.
I know. They said, unfortunately, Kevin's parents canceled the card, forcing him to fend for himself. He befriends a homeless woman and then feeds birds, and this is their attempt to try and make the McAllisters seem to be a normal American family, but that's always been a lie. Like the dad, what does that dad do to have that huge-ass house? Anyway, they put that on the list.
What?
The Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was all people were talking about was Tom Hanks' haircut in that.
Jurassic World. This was the Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas
The first
Howard.
one's fine. The second was such a piece of crap.
This is the first one. This is the first Jurassic World. I thought it was
I
excellent.
thought it was okay.
Made the list. The Bodyguard.
Oh, Kevin Costner and
Yes.
Whitney Houston?
Is it too dramatic or something?
They said not a single memorable moment in that entire movie.
What?
What?
Mel Gibson's
Have you ever seen that
No.
movie?
No. Yeah, there's a memorable moment. I just gave you one.
I've never seen the movie.
Oh, really? It's good.
Have you seen it?
I think there's a lot of rain, if I remember right.
That's just on stage when she's on the
Okay.
she's doing our music video.
When he pulls her off stage,
I've seen that scene.
woo.
I've seen
How
They
does-
it.
dance
hell.
with the katana in that movie, dude. You kidding me?
Why is it on this list?
Can't be.
The Passion of the Christ made this list. And this is a direct quote. Mel Gibson is an undeniably skilled filmmaker and profoundly messed up human being. He hits us with The Passion of the Christ and blow by blow, lash by lash depiction of JC's last day on earth and laid bare his views on heroism, the Catholic religion, and a whole lot of other stuff that we could have done without. That's what they
That's
said.
The Passion.
The Passion of the
You know,
Christ.
in the
Sounds like
final
an angry
scene
person.
that they shot, Jim Caviezel got hit by lightning.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Stuff's wild, man.
Meet the Fockers. That made this list. I love that movie. Barbara Streisand, Dustin Hoffman playing the
yeah, that's
Fockers.
funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
I love them. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. They said
Whoa.
Kevin Costner, who tries and fails to ultimately give us a terrible English accent.
It's really bad, but I still enjoy the movie.
I didn't think he tried. I kind of respected him for that.
Yeah,
he
he
just
didn't-
didn't do it.
And that's what made Robin Hood Men in Tights, that line, so perfect.
I can speak with an English accent.
Shrek is on this list.
The first
The
Shrek?
first one.
Who
Yeah.
would crap on that movie?
They said if you ever wondered what Animaniacs would look like if it were made by a-holes, the Shrek franchise offers ample, direly unfunny evidence.
This is an angry person.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
a very angry person. They don't make sense.
We will pray for you, writer
Yeah.
of this ridiculous.
How
article.
And you'll come around to the Passion of Christ.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas is on this list.
The Jim Carrey one?
Yes. It says the film itself is totally lifeless. And then the number one movie for this list is 1939's Gone with the Wind. The film is grand entertainment, but it is a lie that yearns for a racist past. Gone with the Wind should never be suppressed, but we must reckon with the disturbing fact that the mainstream white America's understanding of the South is largely derived from this most Hollywood of movies. And so that is the number one worst blockbuster.
That's an interesting point. A lot of people's opinions of the South come just from that movie.
That's why they put it on there.
Mine came from Joe
But
Dirt.
do remember, it was made in the 30s.
right.
Right. And it's 4 hours long.
I know. All I know is just on 2 VHS tapes.
I know. My mom had it.
My mom was like, hey, you need to watch this to my daughter. And my daughter watched it, and she
What'd she
goes,
think?
She goes, Grandma is an idiot. That was the worst movie I've ever seen.
Of its time. It was an
Good mustaches,
But we're talking about a 15-year-old girl. She's like, that
Right.
was the worst. Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Brace yourself. Long, big list here.
Okay.
Eka Darville, that's Malcolm on Marvel's Jessica Jones, is 35. Joss Stone is 37. Our friend Lights, Canadian pop star, is 37. Alessandra Ambrosio, that's Victoria's Secret model.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know who that is. 43. David Banner is 50. Jennifer Esposito from Spin City, Crash, and for a time Blue Bloods is 51. Gold Dust, the WWE wrestler, is 55. Lisa Stanfield, I don't know who that is
Oh, she's
either.
a singer, right?
Yeah, biggest hit is All Around the World, but I don't know what that is. Sing it for me. Sing it for me.
All around the world.
Oh, yeah. Okay, she's 58. And Joel Grey, who won a Tony and an Oscar.
Jennifer Grey's dad.
Jennifer Grey's dad from Dirty Dancing. Joel Grey is 92. Congratulations, years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Missy Warner. And today's birthday goes with an 84 fine films, including The All-You-Can-Eat Buffet, Bedtime for Byron, Bonfire of the Panties, The Butler Did It, Dr. Hooters, Gazongas 3, Good Will Humping.
Gonzaga's 3?
Gazongas.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, we found out that that's in
Washington.
Washington, yes.
Yeah, right.
She was in Good Will Humping, The Hot Dog Peddler, Million Dollar Melons, The Raunchy Porno Picture Show, and who can forget a role in 1991's Where the Girls Sweat Too.
Wow.
Okay. Missy Warner is 56 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. Found this little pouch. Mm-hmm. This little sack of questions.
We should paint it.
How nice is that?
Yeah, well, I was just rooting around, up near the computer over here, and I was like, "Oh, what is in here?"
Why'd
and
you
it's
do
just
that?
like I guess
Strange questions.
I guess I'd cut these up like a long time ago and meant to do and just forgot.
All right.
What a weird thing.
Yes.
You hand wrote these questions?
I mean, they're typed out, but I hand cut them. I hand cut them, guys.
Wow.
Now, did you
Hand
read-
cut in America?
Did you read one or two and go, oh, this must be what this is? Or did you read all of them?
No, I just read like one of them.
Oh,
Oh, sweet. So we didn't know what we're doing.
So I have no idea.
Oh, that's fun.
This is
Okay.
great.
So you have to. So if you pull the question, you got to tell the truth.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a
we
receipt
go.
from the gas station of mine.
Here we go. Just pulling one question. Of everyone on the show, other than yourself, who would be the most likely to punch their own mother in the face for $100?
Wow.
Other than myself. I love you, Mom, if you're listening. I'm going to say Lern would punch her mom for $100.
Hell yeah. And she'd punch me right back. We would go roundhouse.
You make a
We
lot of
almost
money
have.
that day.
We almost have. My mom was a slapper.
I mean, full closed fist punch. I could imagine you going toe to toe with Jill and her punching back.
It would be an even fight, too. We are exactly the same size and same person in so many ways. So don't feel sorry for her.
You'd fight and split it 50-50.
Yeah, we both kick the crap
No,
out of each
you
other.
can't. No, you got to keep the $100.
Now, when he says that, I see a sucker punch. This ain't like you get to talk.
Yeah. That's what I'm.
This
That's what I'm
isn't-
imagining too. Like, hey, Lern, I'll give you $100 to punch your mom in the face.
Yeah, this isn't like a,
I wouldn't
hey,
do
I'm going to
that.
get $100. I'll pay you. Let's fight it out. It's a pow.
No.
What was that?
We'd get into it and start beating the hell out of each other.
No. Like, okay, for $100, Rafe, for $100, if I paid $100, would you punch your mom in the face?
No.
No.
I think Lern would.
I wouldn't do that. Not for,
I
not
wouldn't
for
punch my
money.
mom because I might
she
break her
would.
falsies.
I don't believe you.
I'd wrestle her to the
And
ground.
Moon's mom is so. I mean, Moon's mom is so sweet. You know.
No way.
Right. Oh, boy.
That's what she would
You
say.
can't punch that woman in the face.
Beautiful woman, no.
All right, Moon.
This is a long piece of paper. Have you ever farted on an airplane? Absolutely. I'll do it today.
You have?
Of course.
How dare you?
What do you
I'll
mean, how
fart on
dare
an
me?
airplane.
I've been on an 18-hour
Come
flight
on, do you
before.
get pressure in there?
You've never farted on an airplane?
In the bathroom, maybe.
how you-
I don't
Not
fart
at
in
your
my
seat?
Have I ever
no.
farted on
That's
a
what I
plane?
assumed
Rafe?
it was seats.
Have you ever farted on an airplane?
I'm sure I have.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like a chronic thing. That's not something I take pride in.
I mean, I've had my headphones on,
I'm sure
and
I've tried to squeak one out if I'm like, this is going to be a dry run.
Yeah, I'm
This isn't
sitting
gonna
right
be a
by the
sticker.
wing. Nobody's
And
gonna
also,
hear
when you're
this.
next to your buddies, there's nothing better than that time.
and I've also said, oh my God, somebody's gross.
No, there's a
Yeah.
baby on this plane. That smells
I mean,
like
I
a
tried to
diaper.
go to the bathroom because I've been
Dog.
I had like a crop duster on a flight and I wanted to kill whoever it was. It kept farting the
It
whole
was
flight.
Moon.
Well,
Yeah, I
listen,
may have been
Not
on
a
that.
fart.
I may have been on
this
that
was
flight.
a series of farts that were just someone was just crop dusting our whole section. And I
How
was
do they
getting pissed.
not? How do they not have like odor absorbing seats?
Seats. I
Yeah.
because it
agree.
costs money. If I'm bringing the heat, you know it first of all, and if I'm bringing the heat, I'll go to the bathroom. But if I don't think it's bringing the heat and it's just a
popcorn,
just a
Cute
squeak,
little one.
You're gonna get up just to go and toot.
If I'm having issues,
it's just a little pressurized air biscuit that got pushed out because of the cabin pressure.
Yeah, but you guys know me. I'm a window sitter.
Yeah, that means you're gonna make two people get up just so you could fart in the bathroom.
That's what
And
I'm
your
trying to tell
fart
you.
tail would follow you all the way to that. You probably
No, you cut it
tooting
off.
in the
You
seat
got
and
to
then
cut the tail.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm a window sitter because I don't want to get up. So I do everything I can on flight days to make sure that I'm not eating a whole bunch or drinking a whole bunch because my plan is to not move. Mm-hmm. So most likely, if I'm bringing a toot, it's innocuous.
No.
We'll all be fine.
Yeah, it's maybe a couple seconds of pain, and then we're back to normal.
Yeah, just a little bit of
I'd rather you toot in your seat than me have to get up.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Fine. Now I got to get in the aisle. I'm tangled in wires.
I prep.
Does that go for the studio too? That'd be nice.
No.
nobody's farting in the studio.
No, because you could just walk out of the room.
That's a rule.
But I mean,
By the way, Jill checking in. My mom. We will split that $100. All right. Thanks. Told you.
Yeah, truth be
Smart
told.
lady.
All right, here we go. Who in this room would be the worst person to date and why?
I'm glad you got that question.
Yeah, me too.
I would like to know.
I love you guys all
The worst person to date.
so much. It would be Scott, King Scott, because you and I are not the same religion, and so I feel like we would have nothing to really
Wow,
connect
how
to.
judgmental.
yeah.
No, I mean both of us. I mean, like you wouldn't want my crystals at your house, and I don't know if I want to be the book
You don't want
thrown
your
at
Jesus?
me. I don't want the
Yeah.
book thrown at me all the time.
What?
So yeah, I would say King Scott and I would probably not get on as well as
She'd
the rest
wake
of
up,
you
he's
fools.
baptizing her.
I
The power of Christ repels
What are you doing?
Ah!
Nothing?
know, nothing at all.
Watching TV, and he's like throwing water on it.
You don't want the rocks.
So just
you don't want the
specific-
And also, you got to remember, I was also the ugliest according to her. So
Oh,
That's you can hold on.
it's all
I
connected.
apologize.
Way to hold on.
Yeah.
to
Wow,
that.
don't you dare.
Thank you. So
Wait
there's
a minute. You know what? I'd almost forgotten about that.
Since last year's
funny.
butthurt game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Scott, hold
The hell
on.
with
I
both of you guys, too.
apologize. I had to.
I love Jill.
Yeah, my mom thinks you're the most handsome on this
So
show.
strictly for religious reasons.
Yeah, I don't think we would be dating. We would not date for long. We'd have one date, and then it would. There's.
I
no
thought you saw my
chemistry here.
paycheck or something. I was like,
No. Marry you for your money.
So after one date, where you just talks about Jesus the entire time?
Yeah. I would be like,
I'm
oh, this
very
isn't going to work
That's
out.
how you would figure. That's how you'd figure.
I'm literally trying to go on like a real thing. Like could I date any of you? Probably not. Like,
Is that what you
You all
lead
have
with?
problems.
So he
Yeah.
wears his religion too much on his sleeve. For
yeah,
you
and I
to-
wear my witchiness too much on mine, and
Could
that's
you deal
why.
with her witchiness? If during the
Yeah,
eclipse,
I mean-
she starts saging you.
I could. It would probably bother me if she flew around on a broom or something.
All
But
right, see, this will
no, I
never
think we
work.
get along.
I just
great.
love the idea of King Scott being out on a date at Olive Garden, like unlimited breadsticks. You know who else gave a lot of bread to people? Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Everything somehow. Ooh, pasta, red sauce. Kind of like the blood of our Lord and Savior. If you think about it.
I know, it'd be all the time, man. It'd be all the time.
Hey, and the church you go to, do they do communion?
Yeah,
they
we
do.
do it every once in a while. Yeah,
Oh, it's not an every Sunday thing?
no, but it's every few weeks. Yeah,
Yeah, Catholics, the bread and wine every Sunday.
That's every Sunday?
and we.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Oh, it's a part of the service.
Yeah, they don't do the wine at our church, which is always disappointing.
That's right, yeah, because everybody's getting smashed
I know.
at the Catholic churches.
didn't
With
know
their
that.
weird lip canker sore, drinking out of the same cup.
They still do that?
Well, your wife sit down with that.
With the cloth, that's good enough, right?
Yeah, that's a.
That's good
Do
enough.
they still do that post-COVID
Yes,
with the thing?
Oh my god.
I mean, I'll be honest with you.
They
I've been
did
in
it.
church since.
Didn't they do it at Burton's funeral? If I remember right.
I don't remember
Wasn't there
that
something
either.
like that?
I don't know.
The wine?
We do the little cups of grape juice. They're like little
yeah.
encapsulated things. They got the little piece of unleavened bread on the top as well. Like a
Really?
Little crack-
Yeah,
oh,
it's,
yeah.
like it's pretty
Pass around?
handy.
Yeah, like you
Two in
so,
one.
Yeah, so you come in, you just grab it, and you peel the top off, and there's the little
What?
the little wafer.
Yeah.
And you peel the next thing, and it's a little
No way.
little grape juice
Communion
shot.
Tech has. You don't
No.
even believe how good it's
Oh,
got.
you haven't had the communion Lunchable, dude? It's
No.
good.
Yeah,
It
that's
comes with a
basically
little
what it
Nestle
is.
Crunch bar at the end. It's
No.
nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
They've come a long way.
All right, Rafe, you're up.
This one's kind of lame, but it's what I pulled. Most expensive thing you have stolen. The hearts of America. Am I right?
Hey.
Nothing great. I would say, I was thinking earlier when we were talking about the guy stealing smokes, like we used to jump up at the gas station when we were kids. We would like run little heists where like, remember when the cigarettes would be above the cashier? Mm-hmm. And like someone would distract the guy and one guy would jump up and grab a pack of smokes and you just, whatever we got. So like a pack of cigarettes or baseball
nowadays,
cards.
how much a pack of cigarettes? $14?
Yeah, it's a
this was
decent
in the 90s. We were probably like 9 years old. And I think the guy knew what we were doing. He just let us do it. Like, we weren't as cool as we remember it being. I think it was just like a teenager that was working the cashier. And he's like, whatever, you guys want to go sit out behind the culvert and smoke cigarettes? Go for it. That or like a bag of dog food I forgot was on my cart and didn't go back in and pay. Like, I had to self-checkout. I've probably done that. Where I'm just like, that's your fault. I'm not coming back in for that.
Man, I feel like I stole some kid's Transformers at camp. I went into his bag.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Had to have that.
Had to have it.
Bumblebee.
Which Transformer?
Starscream, dude. You had to have it.
What, I mean, just what a terrible thing.
You're terrible.
Yeah.
What a terrible thing. And I think, so I stole this out of his bag. I was 7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
Criminal.
And my mom was like, and I was at summer camp, and my mom's like, where'd you get that? I'm like, I won it.
What?
Nice.
Is she learning
I
about
want
this
it.
all now? She's going to hear this and know that
I won it.
you lied.
It was at day camp.
Ah,
And my dad was friends with like the camp director, so I went to, it was like a Jewish day camp.
yeah.
So it was Temple Beth Shalom,
Do you still?
and I was the only Italian kid going there. You had to wear a yarmulke at lunch. And I remember them serving noodles and ketchup and then passing that off as...
So the only Italian
Spaghetti.
kid at camp stole out of other people's backpacks?
Yeah.
Way to break down stereotypes, man. Good job.
Wow.
one kid. Oh, man.
Do you still have it?
Do I still have the stolen Transformer?
Yeah.
No, I was 7 or 8.
You're kind of a pack rat. I don't know what's
Remember
going on
which
in your
Transformer
basement.
it was?
I don't remember, but I remember doing it.
Did he notice?
Dang.
I'm sure when he got home and said, where's my Transformer? Probably the Italian kid took it.
I'm sad.
Everyone knew it.
Prejudice lives on. All right.
Probably the only non-Jewish kid here stole it.
Oh, boy.
I know how to stop my crippling anxiety. My best friend, Optimus Prime, he's always with me in my... Wait a second. No! Italians!
Italians.
Scott,
Alrighty.
all right, pick one out of the bag.
Ooh, an easy one. Good. Let's see here. Have you ever tried to take a sexy picture of yourself? Well,
Dude.
And succeeded.
I guess I've done it as a joke.
I mean, here.
Because I was all tanned up and everything, and I did that kind of deal with my shirt off.
Yeah, have you ever sent Allison a sexy picture of yourself?
No.
Oh, do
that
it
will not come
today.
off great.
Oh, it wouldn't?
No. I mean, come on.
That's the best.
Pacey White. It's just, yeah. It's
You
cute.
don't know. She loves you. Just
That's
send her a
true.
little something later today. See what happens.
There's nothing I could say. If I try to take a
She won't
sexy
date you, but
picture-
she'll give you dating advice.
Yeah. Thank you.
If I tried to take a sexy picture of myself and send it to my wife, I may just do it out of the blue and just see what a reaction.
Please do. I
please.
suggest we
There's
all do
no
it
way
today.
that could
All
come
right.
off as anything but comedy.
Like, how do you do it? I can't even get the
Like,
angle
what would you even
right.
do? What is your idea of
I have no
sexy?
idea.
Like, no shirt? What's up with you? You're going to
Spread cheeks.
Come on.
take a look at this.
Hey, baby.
She's like,
Here's the whole show, baby
I can
girl.
put my legs behind my ears.
Yeah, dude.
Daddy's
In the-
coming
in
home
the
for some
eggshell.
Amazon style.
yeah.
Like, all right, well, you're locked out of the house.
I mean, if I just took a picture, like, have my phone out and just, like, bit the bottom of my lip, like,
Yeah. Do it.
Oh.
gross, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What? And she'd go, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to be sexy for you.
Sexy.
I'm trying to be sexy for you.
And she would
hot
answer with,
button.
"You don't have to try."
Someone said the Transformer you stole was Mega Douche in the chat. I thought that's pretty funny.
All right, once more round. Let's see here. Long one.
All right.
Nice.
Would you rather have to watch your mom and dad have sex every day till you die, Or join in once to make it stop.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Damn, bro.
Oh, no.
Damn, bro. Damn. I'm glad you pulled that card. You know what, dude? You wrote your own demise.
Oh, here we go. And it's only you. Only you get to answer this.
Roseanne's in the chat, by the way.
Yeah.
I would like to point that
Tune
out.
out, Roseanne.
What do you got?
Okay. Would you rather have to watch your mom and dad have sex every day till you die? Or join in once to make it stop?
Man.
Oh, no.
We all know your answer.
This is a tough one. I'm going to have to say
Cracks knuckles.
have to watch.
All right.
Yeah.
What a
Honestly.
life.
I mean, at least it's two people I love
Enjoying
enjoying
themselves.
You know, not the
Oh, no.
Hell no, dude.
Maybe you'll have a short life. That's the best you can hope.
Hell no. I can't believe you chose that. That's
What? He,
wild.
like he's going to get in the sack with his parents?
get out of here.
Your life has changed forever
I would
regardless.
crack my knuckles and put a finger in each butthole and just be like, that is, you guys
Don't
finished,
say
and
that.
I don't ever want to see this again.
Be a little less descriptive and say it again.
I would crack my knuckles and go in the back door
Okay, all
of
right,
each
all right,
parent with the digit.
I dumped out of the first part.
I'm pretty sure the FCC would be on my side.
Yeah, the FCC's
But-
going to.
They have a good sense of humor.
Rather than watch every day, that's
I
me
mean-
getting involved. I would find that's the loophole to me. That's the poop hole
It just says
loophole. I'm
it
getting
says
involved.
join in.
Hey,
That's me joining in.
the loophole here is if you time it, if you think about this, the wording in there,
Time it perfectly.
let's say you choose what you chose. Your parents now are going to live forever, dang near. Because for the rest of your life, they get to do it.
Oh,
So you get to have your parents
have
forever.
my parents forever?
And-
oh,
and you get
great.
to-
Oh,
You're a
great.
win-win.
I'm sick of
A
seeing
hero.
so much of you.
And-
Literally.
Could be
Yeah,
a
and you
video.
get to increase their happiness level. I
Yeah.
mean, this is a sacrifice that a good son would make.
And you have new brothers.
Or
and
they
sisters.
die and they get reanimated daily for the rest of your life,
Just to do
only
that.
to bang in
Oh,
front of you, and then they go back to the grave.
No, you know what? I'm definitely not joining in.
All right. let's see.
Wow. No one
Well,
else
we know
wants to
which-
wade in.
Yeah,
these
anybody else
waters,
can
I
weigh in
see.
if they want.
Hey, I don't got to answer. That wasn't my question.
Yeah, we don't have to.
No,
I didn't
I
pull
appreciate
that.
it.
Well, I'm going thumbs. I'm a little Jack Horner sitting in a corner. I'm putting my thumb in and I'm leaving the room and I never have to see it again.
Have you ever accidentally hit something with your car? Yeah, you know what? I think I told this story before, too. I was driving in my neighborhood, and all of a sudden I hear this, no! I hear this yelling, and bam, I hit a dog.
You had a dog?
Yes. And I'll tell you, it wasn't on purpose. So, yes, I accidentally hit a dog. Now, the dog was totally fine.
Good.
And I was upset at the neighbor because they had opened the front door and these dogs ran out. And it was a real small front yard. Scott, we used to live together. It was right over by where we used to live. And he darted out and I hit him. And I'm not kidding. The dog just kind of bounced off of me. I wasn't going fast. It was right by a stop
So it
sign.
hit the
thankfully.
tire?
No, it just hit the front bumper
Oh.
and then caught the other dog. And they were fighting and wrestling in the front yard right in front of him. And the neighbor went across and he looked at me and he was like, I'm sorry. So he knew like it was kind of on him if anything went down.
And did you? I think maybe the spirit of the question is: did you hit something and not tell anybody?
No.
Because I did.
You did? What'd you hit?
Another car at a funeral.
Oh, you backed into him.
No, I tried to swing I tried to park. I was 16.
Oh, I think you told us before.
I was driving my mom's car, and she had like a big black bumper. And we were going to a funeral home. I was with my buddy Matt. And I tried to swing the car into a parking spot, and I cut it too close, and the black bumper just went on the side of this person's car. And there was a giant black streak on the side of the car. And I go, I'm just going to park somewhere else.
I don't think I've hit
Never
anything
said
else.
anything. Went into the funeral like nothing.
I don't think I've hit anything else, but I didn't even really have any time to react. But the feeling of hitting an animal is the worst. And so
Yeah.
it was just like the greatest relief when the dog didn't even go down. The dog just went boom, like bounced off. And
What is it hitting a dog? When you hit a deer, it's the deer's fault.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt no remorse.
Oh, I hit a deer before, and I went up to it and screamed at it. I
felt no remorse hitting a deer.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the deer hit me because I was like veering, and it still smashed both of my doors in. Took the mirror off and left blood and poo all across my my brand new Corsica. Thanks a lot, man.
Dang.
Yeah, I felt zero. When you say animal, I felt zero remorse hitting the.
I forgot about that one.
Hitting the deer. All right, Lern.
Would I rather lose my sex organs forever or gain 200 pounds? So what does that mean? I have to take all my, what does that mean? All my sex organs, I get a hysterectomy? Like I'm out?
No, I think even the,
I mean, just you would derive no pleasure.
Oh, man. 200 pounds. I'm 5'3".
5'3", so throw another 200 pounds on you.
You're the perfect one.
I mean, you know what? I will gain the 200 pounds because I will still have sex as a 200-pound, 5'3" woman.
No, you would gain 200 pounds.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
but you
I'm
said
saying that I will
do
still
it.
be getting
So
some
you'd be up
good
over 300
love.
pounds.
I'd be 325 pounds.
Unhealthy.
at 5'2".
But
Like you would probably
guys,
she might be.
your struggles.
Horny as hell.
I'm horny as hell, and there will be an OnlyFans for me that somebody would want.
Yeah, but
So
think about Tim. Tim
Tim probably would divorce me.
Hey, but at least you're on the market, the parts.
I know that Tim would probably not be down because I've asked him.
True
I'm like,
love.
if I was, my husband is like 5'8", I think, or 5'7".
sickness and health.
And he was like, if I were taller than
fatties.
him, he would have never dated me. So I imagine if I could take him, he probably wouldn't date me either.
High sickness and health, for rich or for poor, no fatties.
No, I'm saying because of the body
Whispered.
stature. Yeah, 320. Yeah, I would take the 200 pounds.
Okay.
I
Still have all
would
your
still
sex
please
organs.
myself. It'd be fine. Everything's great.
All right.
All right, Rafe.
I'm definitely going to take the weight. I think all of us would. None of us are lopping off.
No, I'm taking the weight.
Yeah. All right. Oh, God, this is long. Oh.
We're calling this, by the way, the sack of truth.
The Truth Sack asked, which one of us is the most annoying? Can't pick yourself. Not that I would. You all annoy me in different ways.
The most annoying.
I know. Man, it's kind of a tie.
How come you looked at me? I don't get it.
What's the matter?
God.
You think it's coming your way?
Of course.
You two are the most annoying as a tandem.
Moon and Rizz?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just for the radio.
As a tandem, as a team. You're the Abbott and Costello of annoying.
You got to pick one of us, though.
Well, let's see. Who's
You picked the right two because neither of us are going to be insulted.
Oh, I know. Yeah, in fact, you're probably going to be the person I don't pick is going to be mad they didn't get picked, which is annoying in and of itself.
Hey, man, it's just a bit. It's a 10-year bit.
I mean, yeah, but
I'll pick
It's
you.
starting.
I take my.
I'll pick you.
I know I'm tough to be around. I get it. I understand. My wife reminds me about that probably once a week.
I don't
That's
think
why you
that
guys
at
send her a
all.
sexy picture.
Yeah. No, it's my curmudgeon ways. I get it. I just like what I like. That's it. I just
I think
like
it's
what
fun.
I like.
You're like Larry David. I've been watching Curb Your Enthusiasm on season 2, and you are Larry David.
But his
Why?
positivity's annoying. It's like you're the yin and yang of annoying.
Yeah, like your negativity
That would
and your
get annoying, by the
positivity.
way.
It's a perfect match.
It is.
He's the choose
In fact,
joy
I'm
guy.
changing my answer because your positivity is probably slightly more annoying some days.
Oh, great. Now you've both been picked. Cool.
Every once in a while, I can
Yeah,
get on.
somehow you wind up picking both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
I'm
it.
changing my answer back. You're more annoying for calling me out.
Oh, man.
Never ending.
All right. I'm sticking with Rizz, my
All right.
original answer.
Hey, real quick, 5'2", 300 pounds. Your BMI is 55.
Hey, I can't drive 55.
Hey,
dude.
man. There's somebody out there for me.
BMI's a joke.
What, the body mass
Yeah.
index?
BMI is a joke?
Yeah, I don't like
Why?
it.
What's your BMI?
BMI's a joke. I have no idea. It's funny.
BMI's a joke. You're like the guy. I want to see that guy on the side of the road with a sign, homemade sign. BMI's a joke. Changed
BMI's
my
a
mind.
joke.
I did like their CDs they used to do.
EO in the chat said 200 pounds. I'd still hit it. So see, we're all good,
No, it's
man.
not 200 pounds. It's adding 200 pounds onto what you already weigh.
Okay, so 325 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice.
That's a big difference between 200 and 325.
It's a beautiful difference.
Okay.
All right.
Scott,
Here we go. Let's get a good one. When you fart, do you sit there or try to move away from it? Just depends. I guess like at a grocery store, if you're in an aisle and you have one that you're like, ooh, I can actually smell that one. I quickly leave. I get out of that aisle. I'm like, I'm good.
Woo, cracker aisle.
I'll just come back later to that particular area.
your own?
Yeah. I mean, because
You go to the next aisle and move some cans out of the way and watch these people walk.
well, no, because back in the day, whenever I was doing merch, we would test this, and you would rip one, and it would be within seconds. The most stunning lady you've ever seen in your life comes over and starts talking to you, and you're like, uh-huh. And so you just sit there and just let her smell it, and you're like, why are you?
Oh, my God.
pheromones are. That's where I realized that a toot is just a big pheromone blast. So it gets all the ladies to come over to you instantly. Like,
Right.
this is good.
I think everybody smells their own farts.
Yeah.
Everybody like you're sitting on the couch. You're not. You're not getting
No,
up.
of course.
Yeah,
I'm never getting up.
Aren't we
Right.
built to love it?
Yeah.
It's a part of
mean,
you.
I made
All
this.
of the scent of our own.
I made this.
I made this. This
I
is
thought
me.
it was love it.
I thought it was simple biology.
It is.
Don't try to shame me.
Yeah.
This came from inside me. Love thyself and
Yes.
everything that comes forth from it. All right. Scott, give me the sack of truth back.
Okay.
Here
There you
we go.
Closing up the sack of truth. Oh, sack of truth.
We'll find that again in 3 more years.
Put the sack
Do
of
we
truth back.
recycle these and then get new questions?
Maybe I'll replenish the sack of truth.
Please
I don't know.
do.
The sack of what if the sack of truth is a magic sack that just has questions? Every day we come in, we don't know who's putting
I
them in
swear to
there.
God, I don't remember
'Cause
writing
you don't
any of
remember
those.
doing them.
I remember cutting them out, but I don't remember the questions.
I just hope it's for a show later today. They prepped last night. Like,
Yeah,
where all
like
my-
Donnie.
Where did all my fart
Like
questions
Donnie's
go?
going to do. That's Donnie's bit for later. And he's like, where's all the
It's time for
questions?
Donnie's talking topics. Put them right here in the hell.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. We'll come back. Let's do a quick contest when we come back. Just a quick gay bar or steakhouse.
Okay.
Gay bar, steakhouse. We'll give away, we've got chili pepper tickets. 1 pair left of those. We've got Point Fest tickets. We've got 30 Seconds to Mars tickets. We've got Sum 41 tickets. So here's how it works. Rafe's going to read you the name of a business. You tell us if the establishment is a steakhouse or is it a gay bar. 2 out of 3 right, you win your choice while supplies last. Again, we only have 1 pair of Chili Peppers tickets left. 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Gay bar or steakhouse is next. All right, it's 9 o'clock. It is Thursday. Traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at WWTRaceway.com. Left lane blocked due to a crash 70 eastbound at Florissant, or just after Florissant. We also have delays 70 westbound between Branch Street and Cary Avenue. Your point forecast, wet and soggy, more rain possible tonight. High of 64. Right now it's 53 at the Point Studio.
So during the break, Moon gave himself a handlebar mustache.
That's right. I did what was requested of me by my friend Lern. She
Looks good, doesn't it?
It looks awesome.
Dude, that is awesome.
I just put it on the Rizz Show socials and our stories on Instagram. You got to check this thing out.
I didn't realize I had such a decision to make as far as like how thick to make the handles.
Yeah.
And I went kind of thin. But I don't know. This one
good, man.
This one gets a bit thicker over here,
Yeah.
so it's kind of uneven. So I had to kind of go this.
I'm just
this,
impressed.
This more classy look, if you will.
And you kept like the douchebag soul patch.
Yeah, the what do they call it?
Flavor
Is that the soul
saver?
patch?
Flavor saver. Yeah,
No, is
yeah.
that is that a soul
Soul
It's a
patch?
soul patch, yeah.
I wasn't sure. Should I get rid of that? I got
No,
it.
I think it
this
makes
is
you.
great.
Rafe,
Look
thoughts?
I love it. I told him I'd pick him up at the Blue Oyster in a heartbeat.
So good.
Oh, the blue oyster.
I think he could go soul patch or no. Looks good both ways.
Yeah, plenty to grab onto.
Yeah, you look like you could be in the Village People. Like he puts on a leather outfit. You are.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't.
You
wear my
are the
jacket
leather
today.
guy from
He's like
the
Buff
Village People.
Bagwell,
That is
wrestler from the
great.
90s.
Oh yeah.
I do look like I'm looking on the camera now. I do look kind of like a first baseman from 1988.
Yeah, Bill Buckner.
That's the move.
That's the Bill Buckner.
Yeah. Blue Haywood.
Oh,
You
man.
look at the old Bill Buckner. I think he had that exact
Wow, that's a heck of a stash. Dang.
Bill Buckner?
Yeah, I don't know if he had the.
Did he have the handlebar? Oh,
I don't know if he had the. No, he just had.
He just had a mustache.
Raboski had, dude, the Mad Hungarian.
Yeah, the Mad Hungarian.
No. See, he always connected it, right?
He did, but it was still.
He had the low connection, like the under the chin. Like it looked like a handlebar, but it was a sneaky goatee.
Yeah.
Sneaky goatee.
Sneaky goatee.
Yeah, the
Nothing worse than a sneaky goatee.
I applaud
I like
this.
my goatees up
cool
front.
as hell.
You got me this time, goatee.
Goatee, you
I'm
sneaky
not-
son of a bitch.
I'm not sure
bastard.
this is the Goldfinger look either for tonight's show or tomorrow's show.
Throw a suit on, you're fine.
Yeah, maybe that. Maybe
You'll
it
start
makes
a
it.
fashion statement. Suits and handlebar mustaches. Best of both worlds.
Mustaches are back in. It's weird.
Let's do this little contest. All right. It's time for gay bar or steakhouse, and you could work the door at any one of these establishments.
That's right. Steakhouses or gay bars.
Steakhouses or gay bars. Perfect.
I got the look.
So Rafe will read you the name of a business. You tell us if it is a
Really do.
steakhouse or gay bar.
Honestly, he could be a maitre d' at a nice steakhouse or the doorman at a gay bar, and I wouldn't bat an eye either way.
Yeah.
It's a very unifying mustache.
I have the. Let me see your ID, and I have the. Would you like to hear tonight's specials?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Someone did ask the question in the chat, isn't every gay bar a steakhouse in its own way?
Technically, yes.
I guess technically, yes.
All right, 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. 2 out of 3 right, you win your choice of prizes. We have one pair of Chili Peppers tickets left. That's it. We have Point Fest tickets, we have 30 Seconds to Mars tickets, and we have Sum 41 tickets. All right, let's go to the phones. And Nick in Bethalto. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning. Happy birthday, Rizz.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, you have one Moon Lifeline.
All right.
All right.
So everybody's got a Moon Lifeline if they need it. Whatever he says is binding. Here we go.
He's an expert now.
Whatever I say is sexy.
Yeah, either way, it's sexy. Now with this thing.
Well, the sneaky goatee speaks. Tis gospel. All right, here we go, man. Good luck. Frankie J's in Nashville, Tennessee.
Steakhouse.
Gay bar. Next.
Hayloft Saloon in Detroit, Michigan.
Gay bar.
Yes. All right. Comes out of this.
And finally, 168 York Street in New Haven, Connecticut.
Gay bar.
Yes.
You are correct.
Good job.
Gay bar. All right, what do you want?
Well done.
What do you want, Nick?
I want the red hot chili peppers.
You got him, buddy.
All right.
They're giving away now. Okay, hang on. I'll never do that again. I'm sorry. I apologize.
What just happened to you?
Yeah,
Now that Moon's got a handlebar mustache, I don't know
Things
what's
are
happening.
He wants to sing.
Okay.
All right.
That was a segment we call Oops, All Gay Bars.
Well, so that's where we get them. Colby, hello.
Morning, everybody. Happy birthday, Rizz.
Thanks, buddy. All right, Colby, here we go. Gay bar or steakhouse?
All right, good luck, Colby. Number 1, Tropical Acres in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Gay bar.
Steakhouse. Next.
Hole in the Wall in San Francisco, California.
It's got to be a gay bar.
Yes, it is. All right. Comes down to this, Colby.
Finally, Firebirds in Indianapolis, Indiana.
All right, Moon.
Oh man, don't put the.
No, it's on you.
Well, you know what? This is on you. I'm gonna say steakhouse.
Firebirds in Indianapolis is a steakhouse.
Yeah!
Congratulations.
You are correct.
Colby, hang on. You have chosen wisely.
Wow.
Nathan in Highland. Good morning, Nathan. Hello, Nathan. Goodbye, Nathan.
Hello
Hi,
there.
Nathan.
John in St. Louis. Good morning, John.
Hey, what's up?
All right, John, gay bar or steakhouse?
Good luck, John. North Star in Topeka, Kansas.
Bar.
I'm sorry, you said what?
Bar.
Gay bar. No, that's steakhouse. Okay.
Or
Next.
Big Wigs in Ames, Iowa.
Gay bar.
Yes, that is a gay bar. Okay, so it comes down to this.
Foggies in Christmas, Michigan. Foggies.
It's at Steakhouse, I believe.
Ouse.
With the worst phone ever. And yes, you are correct.
Very
Thank God
good.
we're done with John. God. What a terrible, connection.
Maybe trade those tickets for a phone.
Andrew, hello.
Good morning. Happy birthday, Rizz.
Thanks, buddy. All right, Andrew, here we go. Gay bar Steakhouse.
All right, here we go. The Sun Trap in Salt Lake City, Utah.
We're going to go bar.
Gay bar, yes. Okay. Next.
Our Place in Birmingham, Alabama.
Steakhouse.
Ooh, that's a gay bar. All right, Andrew, down at Festus.
For all the marbles in Festus. Round the Bend in Ashland, Nebraska.
Oh my God, that sounds like a gay bar.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Gay bar?
Show me gay bar!
Correct.
That was a steakhouse.
Was, is, and was.
Eric in St. Louis. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Rizz. Happy birthday.
Thanks, buddy. Gay bar or steakhouse? Let's do this.
Good luck, Eric. Willie B's in Brandon, Mississippi.
Steakhouse.
Yes. Okay.
It's all business. I like
All
that.
business. That's it.
Roundup in Dallas, Texas.
Gay bar.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Eric. Justin in DeSoto. Hello.
Hello.
All right, here we go. Gay bar steakhouse.
Good luck, Justin. Silverado in Portland, Oregon.
Gay bar.
Yes, gay bar.
Wow. Everybody got real
Yes,
good
gay
at
bar.
this, didn't they?
Gay bar.
Cattleman's Club in Pierre, South Dakota.
Let's go steakhouse.
Yes.
Outstanding.
Let's keep it rolling.
Crushing it.
Jeff, hello.
Hey, energy up.
Energy
up.
Here we go.
Energy
All right,
up.
Jeff.
Jeff, here.
Jeff is our last contestant, by the way.
Jeff, this is it. Doogie's in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Gay bar.
Yes.
Whatever it is, that has to be the type of place that as soon as you walk in, they go, "Welcome to Doogie's."
Welcome to Doogie's.
Excalibur in Regent, North Dakota.
Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nailed it.
Man,
We're going to end it there.
That was a good
Well
run at the
done,
end.
everybody.
that was impressive.
I'm very impressed.
Me too.
Good job, St. Louis. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Moon's got some sports. I got a couple news stories for you. 9:20. 9:20. Thursday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Listen, brother, your traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at WWTRaceway.com.
Much obliged.
That's right. 70 eastbound between Missouri A and exit 17. That's Bryan Road. Average speed down to about 15 miles an hour. A bunch of delays out there. On the eastern side, left lane blocked due to a crash. 70 eastbound at Florissant. Your point forecast, wet and soggy. More rain possible tonight. High of 64. Right now it is 54 at the Point Studio.
Brother. About
Controversy with Moon's mustache.
Why is that?
Well, some people are saying that's not a handlebar.
Well, this is what I was talking about. It was my fault. I said handlebar because this is what I call a handlebar
All right,
mustache.
the handlebar, according to this official mustache guide, is just the
Like the waxed up curly Q.
right.
The Raleigh Fingers looking picture.
Yeah, like you have the horseshoe.
Oh, this is the horseshoe.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
You have the horseshoe. Now, some people would say it's a Fu Manchu, but it's not because the Fu Manchu hangs down below the chin.
That's that's what Chef Will.
Chef
has.
Will's almost got the Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the handlebar is the waxy curled at the end.
Well, in Lern's head, this is a handlebar mustache. So, dude, you're rocking it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, there's the
Appreciate that. Appreciate that, brother.
the handlebar, the petite handlebar, the chevron.
What's the chevron?
I didn't know how to describe it.
That's the baseball player that you were just talking about.
That looks like the Monopoly
Bill Buckner?
Man.
Bill Buckner has the chevron.
Chevron, the English, the walrus. That's Andy Reid. The Hungarian, the Imperial, the lampshade.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid has the walrus because
He's got
the
walrus.
It looks like it's broomy. You know, it's kind of, but it's also like an overhang. So it's the broom overhang.
The Brimley. The Brimley is the walrus.
That's
Right. See, that's the horseshoe, which is what you got.
That's what I got. Now,
the pyramid.
When you add this to the horseshoe, what does that now make?
Yeah. Is there another radio show with 2 Wilford Brimley references in 1 4-hour block?
I don't think so.
I doubt it.
I mean, there are so many.
What's that French looking one? Because I pulled that one off pretty well.
Which
it goes
one?
straight down the middle. It's
That's the La Poussette.
on the end on the far right. Yeah, what's that?
This one here?
It's a mustache with the hanging flavor saver.
That's the Napoleon.
Well, that's the Captain Morgan. I pulled that one off before. Well, I don't know if I pulled it off, but I've worn that one before, and I liked it.
There's the Van Dyke, the French fork. There's the mutton chops. These are all mustache and beard.
Should I do this?
So many
Horseshoes?
options.
Should I do
Now,
this
if you had
horseshoe
mutton
thing?
chops, that would be the Winfield. If you had mutton chops to go with your horseshoe, that would be called the Winfield.
Well, I hate to go back to baseball. Is that Dave Winfield? Why are we?
No, it's WINNFIELD.
Are you looking at a chart with pictures?
Yes.
Is there anything for a patchy, wiry, unattractive, uneven mustache?
Southern
Rafe.
Illinois stash.
It's called the Appalachian.
That's the dowel. Let's do some sports. Oh, but first, I got this little stat for you. So you saw this in every March Madness game, by the way, or if you watch basketball. So when somebody misses a free throw, if you watch the NBA, when somebody misses a free throw, right, their teammates reach out and high five them anyway.
Yeah. Like it's softball or volleyball or something.
Like, hey, you get them next time. So a study just found encouragement like that really can make a difference.
Really?
Wow.
So researchers looked at hundreds of free throw scenarios from women's basketball games to see if it actually helped players make their next free throw, and it did. They were more likely to sink their second shot if a teammate reached out for a high five or a pat on the back. And their chances rose even more when multiple players did it. Now, it didn't make a huge difference when they made the first shot, only when they missed it. And researchers think it's because touch conveys a powerful nonverbal signal that, hey, man, we're cool with you even if you miss. And it definitely applies in other scenarios, too. So remember that the next time your kid or somebody you care about feels like they failed at something, a pat on the back really can make a difference.
Good.
And that's today's positive message.
You know what? That's good information. I'll be honest, because I've been the guy I'll see that and I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
And that's today's Rizz Show positive message.
Yes.
This is beautiful.
It's good
Rizz,
to know.
excellent job, man.
It's good to know. I appreciate your positivity. You're like the yin to my yang.
Yeah. Before sports, Rafe, you have a number 2 show coming up today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 11. And call 818-532-1420 to leave me a message, something I can talk about on the air. Leave your name. And tomorrow I'm going to be talking about, in honor of the eclipse, me talking about some astrology stuff and some once-in-a-lifetime, if you had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, or maybe you had a crazy eclipse situation happen, or maybe you just signs or omens or things like that. Anything that you find interesting, or maybe a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity you've been waiting on, or you're looking forward to. Call and leave me a message about that. Or you can always leave me a random crazy message, because some of you are going to anyway. Okay. And I welcome that.
Number again.
818-532-1420. Or go through the Point app in the drop-down text box for the number 2 show, and you can leave me a written message in the form of an email that I will get and read on the air live on the number 2 show. Tune in tomorrow at 11.
Thank you, Rafe. All right, Moon. What do you got?
Sports brought to you by DraftKings, the casino queen. Call to book your Bracket Bash watch parties at DraftKings Sportbook now. If the Blues lost in regulation yesterday, combined with the Vegas win over Edmonton, St. Louis would have been eliminated from the playoff picture. But I said would have been because instead they hung on for at least 2 more days when they host Carolina in game number 80 on Friday night by smoking the Blackhawks 5-2.
Well, I was happy I was watching that last night because it was actually fun, when the team you like scores that much in such a short amount of time, and you go, what is happening here?
Yeah, I was in a group chat with a bunch of fellers that were watching the game, and they were all like, Blue scored.
Kyra scored 2 goals within 42 seconds.
Yeah, they just kept saying, Blue scored. So that's pretty cool. Quote, "It's definitely unforgiving," Victor Scott II said. "Every mistake, every little thing you do, everything you say is televised and people can see it. So making those mistakes, I'm not perfect. I'm not a robot. So I'm going to make mistakes, yes. But I'm also going to learn from them, and I feel like that is something for everyone to know." This was after a rainy game that Lern and Rafe were at, where his fielding error in the first inning and a base running mistake in the 8th cost the Cardinals runs as they took a 4-3 loss to the Phillies. But good on him for being easy for press to find, to address those mistakes and be ready to talk about it. I like that. We don't see that too very often as cleanly from rookies that have made big mistakes like that in cost games. So good on him. Cards tomorrow in Arizona.
Well, don't worry. They got 1 million games left. So.
At 8:40 p.m. Yeah, but everything matters. Track and field is introducing prize money for Olympic winners. This is crazy. On Wednesday, World Athletics announced that all track and field gold medalists will receive $50,000 at this summer's Paris Games. Relay teams will split the money. Track and field will be the first Olympic event to offer a cash prize. A total of $2.4 million has been allocated for 48 events. That's huge. Yeah. Officials said the payouts will expand to silver and bronze medalists at the 2028 Games. So, woo, does it suck to win a silver now?
Yeah, you get nothing, but 50 grand for a gold?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it sucks for the relay. The relay teams are like 50 grand.
Well, It's better than a stick in the eye. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The NFL is starting 2024 International Series with a bang. The Green Bay Packers will face the Philadelphia Eagles on kickoff weekend in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Ooh. Sao Paulo will host September 6th. It'll be a Friday night matchup and the first NFL game played in Brazil. The game will stream exclusively on Peacock.
I'm sorry, I got some. Go ahead. I got some very breaking news here.
No, hit me.
O.J. Simpson dead.
Oh my God.
You for real?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
From what? How?
According to TMZ, O.J. Simpson dead after cancer battle.
Wow.
Oh man.
Dead at 76. O.J. Simpson.
Wow.
Breaking news. You heard it here first, folks. This is just breaking right now.
Did we know he had cancer?
I don't think so.
I don't remember hearing about a struggle he was going through.
Yes, I think we may have reported on that not too long ago, but...
and he's been on the socials and...
Still looking for the killers. Mm-hmm. Still looking for the killers up until the day he died.
Right.
On every fairway in America.
Yours truly.
It's yours truly.
Well, I'm
hello, God, it's yours truly.
Yeah, I'm more than that. I'm more than that's for sports because yours truly dead at 76.
Got dark on the show. Wow.
Hello, St. Peter, it's yours truly.
Oh, no.
Well, hello.
Well, hello.
It's yours truly.
Mind if I come in and look for those killers?
Will you let me in?
No.
It's yours truly.
No.
What was his name in Naked Gun?
Is yours truly?
Norberg.
Yeah.
No,
On the
Norberg.
list.
I hope he gets pushed out of the gates and then just like falls down a long flight of stairs into hell.
Yeah. All right,
Wow.
we'll take one.
Well, there
Sorry.
you
Hello, sorry, guys.
Can we get the rainbow again?
go. It's yours truly.
This is the Rizzuto Show. Wow.
Ba, ba, ba.
Oh, my God.
Mixed feelings. All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango's next. Today's wrap-up sponsored by
Jack in the Box Jack Wraps. A little bit of healthy, a little bit of indulgence only at Jack.
All right, tomorrow, comedian Tim Meadows. Ladies' man himself.
The return.
Second time for him. He's at Helium Comedy Club this weekend, so he'll be here around 9 o'clock, I'm assuming.
Cool.
All right, today's podcast title is called
A Sneaky Goatee.
Sneaky Goatee.
A Sneaky Goatee.
There was a lot of good titles today.
Yeah, there really were.
Good times today. All right, what else you got?
April 20th, myself and Rockio will be over at Soccer 101 Watch Party at 9 Mile Garden in Afton to see the St. Louis City SC team take on Sporting KC. We're going to watch that in person with everybody. Have a lot of fun.
That's a cool spot down there in 9 Mile Garden.
Great food, great hang, and we're going to do a live podcast recording. Speaking of Soccer 101, 2 episodes this week, including one that's coming today, so make sure you subscribe. And other than that, I'll be in New York tomorrow and then Atlantic City on Saturday. So I hope to see some of our East Coast weirdos, and it's going to be fun.
Cool. Learn.
On Saturday, I'm going to be in Columbia, Illinois, my hometown, at Cause for Pause at the Falls. It's an event for helping stories in Monroe County, so I'll see you there. And then my band, Lane Arrows, is playing the Alley on April 27th in Washington, Mouse, so come see us.
Rafe.
Meet me at Hot Shots to Saturday, 7 to 9 in Wentzville. And we'll party, and I'll watch you guys eat meat, and I'll cry in the corner the entire time. Or I'll just cheat and pretend like it didn't happen. Let's see what
do it.
We'll see
And
what
what happens at the Hot Shots in Wentzville?
You're right.
stays there.
Honestly,
You know
Hot
what?
Shots is Meat Vegas.
Can I say this? If 50 people show up, you have to eat some meat.
No.
Yeah,
Higher number than that.
Wow.
50.
50 is such a lowball number. That's insulting.
No, for
to me.
you. 50 people that come up and check in and go, okay, Captain Pork Steak.
I'll
I'm
let you
here.
guys come and each person can rip a pork steak patch off of me and like branded,
You don't
like make
deserve
me do the
this.
walk of shame in Hot Shots. And I will be there 7 to 9. Come hang out. Follow me on the socials at I am Rafe Williams, and I'll be in Austin next week. Check the Moon Tower schedule.
Scott.
Yeah, big things in store here. I got over 1 million followers on Venmo, and it's only $1 to follow. So go to King Scott Rules, join that incredible race, and it'll be a great journey with you.
What a mission, huh?
Wow.
What a
Race
mission.
to a million.
Very good cause.
What a mission. All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots, St. Louis home for Blues hockey. From Eureka, Missouri, Jordan Freeman is our Teamers Member of the Day. Jordan wants to hear this song. Here it is. We will see you tomorrow. Donna next. Bye.
Energy up.
Hey, this is Harlan Williams, and you're listening.